Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Michael Carano. Hi, Michael Catherwood.
You're down a guy.
We are down a guy. And when I'm in this seat, it's kind of like being down two guys.
Always down a guy. Speaking of down
Rune,
a
are we
guy.
broadcasting on Ustream in there?
What's the gayest thing you guys have ever done?
Yeah, thumbs up.
I went to Les Miserables 6 times in a row.
I don't mean it like that. I
I
meant
kissed
what's
a guy on the
actual-
lips.
Okay, there you go.
It wasn't making out though, but it was definitely not just a peck.
Like you weren't in Italy and just doing it to be nice. You kissed a guy.
Like it was one of my close friends who's a big time showbiz guy, and he goes, "You would never give me a kiss," and I just kissed him right on the lips.
Nice.
pecked a guy when I was really drunk.
Then I ate out
And
his
then he
ass.
pecked my butthole.
What?
No.
I love how you have to slip in when I was really drunk, Brett Ratner.
Whoa, slip in.
Brett Ratner.
All right, I'm trying to get technical things, so you guys talk amongst yourselves.
All right. It seems warm in here, by the way.
It was your three sexual dynamos.
Dynamos, you mean?
Oh,
Dynamo sounds way better.
Does sound way better. Remember those things, Dymo, those little label makers from the 70s? They were awesome.
I was born in 79. Tyler was born in the mid-80s.
86.
Well, you guys wouldn't remember that stuff then, I
wouldn't.
guess. It was this mechanical thing that pressed the letters into a piece of sticky tape, and when it pressed into it, it changed the color. So
Things
you
were
went
really boring in
like
the 70s, weren't they?
M-I-K-E, and you'd write your name and you'd label stuff, and it didn't stick very well. It was very, it was a great thing though. I loved them.
You were a little kid in the 70s, right? I mean, you were
Yeah.
like...
Yeah.
70s ripped, right?
I think the 70s was awesome.
I think that'd be an awesome time to be a little kid. I think it'd
think
be
so,
a
too.
horrible time to be 40, but I think the 70s was
Yeah.
a great time to be like 10.
I agree too, because we had great stuff and it was fun, and I was just obsessed with cars with giant wheels in the back and little tires in the front, like Challengers and stuff. I was like, this is so awesome. And then skateboarding was sort of born in the
And
70s.
then you grew up
I know
to drive a
it wasn't. I know it was
Camry.
born in the 50s with like Hobie and
Yeah.
Hang 10 and stuff.
But the skateboarding definitely had a big
Mid-70s
deal in my childhood, too, because like in the
Yeah.
mid-80s with the Bones Brigade
that
and
was
stuff.
like a renaissance though, because for me it was Steve Cathy, Dennis Martinez, Doug Pineapple Saladino, and those guys.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite. That was the
What are
greatest.
those names?
They were the
Pineapple
they were
Saladino?
the greatest skateboarders in the history of skateboarding, even though all they did was nothing compared to what people do now.
No, but like like in the late
Tony
70s, some of
Alva.
those guys in Santa Monica were doing shit that would blow. Because you got to think, if a year before a guy's doing barefooted like handstands and toe taps, and then Alba's fucking flying out of a pool, that shit's crazy.
But, well, for me, the greatest skateboarders were like the Dogtown guys.
Yeah.
And Steve Cathy from GNS, he was like the Christian good guy, and he wore all red and yellow, and he had a red and yellow Toyota truck, and he would sometimes pick us up on the way to Oasis Skateboard Park in San Diego, and that was the greatest,
That's
most
insane.
starstruck moment you could ever possibly have, was Steve Cathy would see kids at the bus stop and pull over and pick them up and take them to the skateboard park.
Lance Mountain for us, he was our local because Lance Mountain lived in Alhambra. So like in the 626.
When was Tony Hawk? Like when?
He was the Jay Adams of the Bones Brigade because Tony Hawk was super young compared to those guys.
Yeah.
But he fucking ripped
Yeah.
so hard that he just because that was also when vert skating was still big.
Yeah.
Like now it's all about street and like you know.
Absolutely. And the stuff that was the most amazing stuff when I was a kid, looking back on it now, is so tame and so docile compared to, I'm going to launch my skateboard unassisted with my hands onto a hand railing, slide down it, and land safely. It still blows me away. When I see guys on motorcycles do flips, I'm like, how do you start that?
How about the double backflip?
Yeah. But how do you start that? Because you have to do it all the way. It's a commitment 100%. It's not a,
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
can't
do
do
a little
that
flip.
half-assed. Yeah.
I'm going to do it into a pool.
I was pushing my bike before I even fired it up. I was pushing my motorcycle, just 650 pounds or something, and I'm walking because I'm only really accustomed to riding dirt bikes, which are a big one is 250 pounds, 300 pounds at the most. And those are ballpark figure. I don't really know, but either way, easily my motorcycle's 600 pounds plus. And as I'm pushing it, the first thing that came into my head was, God damn it, Evel Knievel's crazy. Because don't get me wrong, Travis Pastrana and these guys, and all the guys that are doing like the Moto X are way crazier in what they can do.
I know,
but you got to
absolutely.
remember. Evil did it on a bike like the one I'm pushing.
And
He's off the fucking racks.
Yeah.
Harley. He's like, I'll
Harley
take
Davidson.
that, and then he just jumped it over a fountain.
To be fair, he had a little cape. I think that helped.
And a cane filled with whiskey with his name on it.
No,
in diamond.
but it's also the first guy out of the chute. Like the first guy to take a skateboard and jump into a pool and ride the pool
yeah,
is
crazy.
the guy. Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it makes me weird. It's funny you bring this up because it just dawned on me today that like I'll listen to Jason Ellis on his show, and then we'll have him on our show sometimes, and like, I'll talk to him off the air. And I'm like, I look at Jason, I think of him as a radio guy now. I totally don't even connect him as being the guy that I watched on skate videos in the 90s. Like, I don't even make the correlation anymore.
Yeah,
like, he
weird,
was so fucking nuts.
Yeah,
the
I'm sure
shit
people feel that.
Like the resurgence of vert skating with like him and Mike V and all those guys, they were crazy.
I bet it's the same thing with sports when you're an analyst and sitting in a booth all the time. I bet the other guys look at you eventually as, oh, you're just a guy that's a talking head.
Right.
You weren't the guy that was you're not the Dan Fouts that was down there doing all that stuff.
You can't possibly be Phil Simms. You're just a different Phil Simms. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's probably very similar.
I wonder if they get bummed out about that.
I think guys who are at that level, in ball sports, American sports, not when we're not talking about action sports, I think they do. I think because you cannot sit here and tell me that the human psyche can have a come down from being a Super Bowl MVP or throwing a pass with 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter to win the game. There's no way you can adjust back to being normal. There's no fucking possibility.
I agree. Well, boxers are the worst case scenario. Mm-hmm. Boxers never get over it.
But I think combat sports, it's because on top of the adulation and being and the excitement, I think on top of that, they're addicted to the fight.
Really?
I think, honestly, even me, and I suck, and I'm not obviously a guy who's going to pursue fighting in any type of professional capacity. But when you go back into the world, after going 5 rounds with a really good professional MMA fighter, if you just sparring with him, going back into the world is so not normal. It's just so
How long are those MMA rounds?
It's just so fucking boring.
How long are those rounds?
5 minutes.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Championship fight is 5-minute rounds. Regular fight's 3 5 minutes.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I think I would die.
Just do this for 2 minutes. Just punch in the air.
I know.
You're like, ah.
And also, hitting a heavy bag is tiring. Honestly, I think grappling's more. What
is grappling? Wrestling?
Any type of non-striking aspect of it. Yeah, so wrestling, jiu-jitsu, judo. Anytime you're jockeying for position and stuff, or you're on the ground rolling around, you get so fucking tired.
Hey, so back to the other topic real quick.
Yeah.
This just popped into my head. So I asked Travis Pastrana when he was on your show one night. I don't know if you were in here that night, but is Evel Knievel the guy you look up to most? And he's like, not really. Who? And he kind of went nah, and then I wonder if it's more in basketball where the new players don't care about the history and the old players. I think football players do care more than I don't know this to be a fact. That was just from listening to sports radio.
Yeah.
But that's a new thing, right?
Football players are the closest.
Yeah, but that's
without question.
That's a new thing, right? Where people don't care about the previous generation because it seems like people.
I think that's only basketball. Honestly, I do.
Okay.
Because I think baseball players.
Because boxers
for sure,
always think Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier.
But that's all. I think that is, and I've thought about this.
Was that me? Did I do that?
Don't worry about it. I think that's because of weight classes. Because think about it this way. Look at, say, Peyton Manning compared to Joe Namath.
I just broke it.
Don't worry. Honestly, don't worry about that shit. The lights just fell for you, the listeners.
Fuck, that's hot.
Look at Joe Namath, right? Let's take Joe Namath right now.
Yeah, no one cares.
About your size. No exaggeration. Through 40-yard bombs on a good day. Then now look at Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. These guys are what would used to be linebackers playing quarterback,
and now they're
throwing rockets for 60 yards on pinpoint accuracy because they change. Things change. Look at baseball. Look at Stan. If Stan Musial walked in right now, he'd be like, "Hey, what's this old
what
janitor?"
About the fat guys?
And now you got Albert Pujols, who's in boxing, heavyweight boxer in 1960, heavyweight boxer today. You know what I'm saying?
Butterbean. Right.
Yeah, it's just
but they're more cut nowadays.
Either way, but my point is that the weight classes have kept things relatively similar.
You're right.
So you can literally analyze a
changed?
Muhammad Ali fight from 1971, and it can have application to what you do today. A lot of times, guys in basketball look at Jerry West. They're like, well, what the fuck? LeBron James would put his ankles
or Bill Bradley,
on his neck.
he's got a double chin and he doesn't look like he's agile.
So it's really hard to appreciate, Whereas baseball too, baseball is a lot of guys really appreciate the past in baseball. I think that's just a baseball thing, though.
Yeah, I think it is too. They're historians like George Will and all these guys that worship baseball and they love the mathematics of it.
Guys in football don't appreciate the past for 2 reasons.
Did you see Moneyball?
No, I read it though. I heard it has no semblance to them.
No, it's very similar.
It's very entertaining though.
They did an amazing job of taking that book that's really great if you're really into baseball and making it an entertaining film. and keeping the spirit of it.
Football players, I think, have the closest relationship. I don't think they give that much shit about the past. Like, oh, you remember George Blanda? Like, they work on their game. But I think that even past and present football players, guys who hate each other on other teams, at the end of the day, they're all in the NFL and they have like a very close relationship.
Yeah.
I think it's because they fuck each other up so much. Like, they feel like they really have this empathy.
My experience with professional athletes is football players and hockey players are the greatest guys ever. Baseball players are the worst people ever.
Baseball players
basketball
are the
players are just doesn't matter.
Baseball players are the craziest.
Not the craziest. They're, to me, the ones that I've dealt with are the dumbest and the rudest.
They're
biggest
maniacs.
Assholes
Baseball,
I've ever met in my life.
If you make it into professional baseball, you're a fucking maniac. You should live like a rock. You travel the world. You're this rambler.
I know, but I'm
Because
just saying
you
got to
realize they go through like, even if they go to college, then they go through their like little minor leagues, and it's just craziness.
For
It
being an
filters
asshole.
up.
Football players would come into the club, and they were nice guys. They would talk to people, and they were cool.
Yeah.
And they were thankful, and they were very respectful
Hockey
of
players are
everybody
the
else.
best.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely
best.
the best.
Hockey players are the
Baseball
nicest
players
guys in the
were
world.
never cool,
Yeah.
never nice. Steve Garvey, even Tony Gwynn, who's known to be a nice guy, was kind of a douche when he would come to the Improv.
I have to agree. This is the ranking of the coolness scale. In my opinion, and I'll take this to the bank. Coolest people, action sports athletes. Sometimes street skaters can be dicks. Street skaters can be dicks, but it kind of comes with the territory. That's like an anti-establishment thing.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Rob Deere.
But like Moto X guys,
Thanks for having us at your place.
Moto X guys are fucking insane, and they're all super nice and cool.
Yeah.
Like you can have a conversation with them. They're massive stars and people. And they're like, hey man, what's up? Hockey players, very close second.
Yeah.
Hockey players are all universally awesome.
I think hockey players are the nicest guys.
Right below that, fighters. Most fighters, even
Really?
like the Mayweathers of the world that are branded, like arrogant and stuff. You sit down and talk with them, they're like, "Yeah, man, hey, cool." They're almost always really cool guys. I think the more violent, the more risk there is in your sport, the more cool it makes you.
That's
because
interesting. I
think
wonder
that guys, the more violent your sport, the more they police each other.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like baseball
Probably.
players don't police. Kobe ain't. If Pau Gasol says something Kobe doesn't like, Pau doesn't feel like he's gonna walk in the locker room and Kobe's gonna pop him one. Believe me, if Anjay Kopitar says something that pisses off
that? Football?
Hockey, yeah.
Hockey,
he pisses off, says something that Jack Johnson doesn't like, there's a good chance you fucking punch him in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still like guys that police each other. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't the relationship that athletes have when you actually hear like the dirt, like in that Shaq book that I've heard excerpts from and stuff? Don't you go like, how do you want to go into that working environment where there's this crazy tension, and how do you not want to diffuse that immediately, knowing that you're going to be with these guys for an entire season?
Yeah, but all the teams have different personalities.
I know, but
no. I think NBA, especially good NBA basketball, because you got to remember, everyone that makes it in the NBA is insanely world-class talented.
Yeah.
Okay, so
are you talking about basketball specifically?
Well, I'm
Yes.
thinking about. I've been listening to people read excerpts from the Shaq book, and he's talking about how I hated this guy, and that guy wouldn't talk to me, and this guy wouldn't talk to me, and Kobe never did this, and Kobe wouldn't go out with us, and you're like, how do you show up every day for work? Are you that self-centered
Dude,
that you
you
can
get
just
a
do your
bazillion
job?
dollars.
Because I can't.
Radio shows where guys didn't talk to each
I
other.
know. What is that?
And
I don't
you
know.
got to be kidding. There's radio shows. You know Mad Dog?
I don't
Mad Dog
know.
Russo? He's a pretty famous now sports broadcast. He used to have another show with this guy. I believe his name was Mike, and it was like Mike and Matt or something they called it. Mike and Mad Dog or whatever. They were legendary. They were like Petros and Money are in L.A. They were
Or like
legendary.
Anderson and Mike.
Right, Anderson and Mike Carano. They were legendary New York sports broadcast team. Legendary. I mean, they were huge. And towards the end of their time together, they did not utter a word to each other when they weren't on the air. Literally did, and both have corroborated this. They did not ever speak a word to each other. They fucking hated each other.
Doesn't that make you uncomfortable though? That gives me
Yeah.
a knot in my stomach
Yeah.
thinking about showing up somewhere where.
I'm sick to my stomach if I think that I might have offended someone and
me
I have
too.
to go see them the
Me
next
too.
day.
I'm like, oh shit! I didn't say hi to that guy yesterday.
Can I
now I'm
call in
fucked.
sick or something? Yeah.
I have a problem with that with listeners, where it's like, if I really truly, because like obviously every once in a while I have to say things that I know are going to offend some people, and you just got to shrug your shoulders after that, because some people are just ready to be offended. But sometimes when I feel like I've really rubbed a listener the wrong way, or I've done them a disservice somehow, like I feel bad, and then I feel bad coming back in on the air the next day, and I guess it's a nice thing about me, but I also have to learn to get over it, because I'm not going to have a very long career if I'm going to constantly be concerned that
Yeah.
you know.
But I think being nice I think being nice is a very important aspect of life, especially for longevity of your career and for your friendships and stuff.
There's guys I can think of off the top of my head in different facets of the entertainment industry that definitely get farther in their career because they're flat out cool dudes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jimmy Kimmel comes to mind. Jimmy Kimmel's immensely talented. I'm sure he would have been successful
The
no matter
Fonz.
what. But Jimmy Kimmel will always be more and more famous. Henry Winkler's another. That sounds like a joke.
Nicest
Henry
guy.
Winkler will produce massive, huge movies and television shows and always have mega dough because he's talented. Sure, he would have been a success. He's
Yeah.
a massive success. I think Dave Grohl.
Is he
I mean,
nice?
obviously, shits talent. I mean, Dave Grohl sweats talent. You know, he was a drummer for one of the biggest bands in the world and just decided to be a
And a
frontman.
good drummer too.
Yeah.
Not like a regular old drummer. He was a
But I have a feeling that there's guys that'll give the Foo Fighters 3.5 stars instead of 3 just because they love Dave Grohl. You know what I'm saying? I really do think that personability, likability will take you there. Because look at
Well,
it's
we've
Are
all
you
seen
saying
it.
that
We've all
personality
seen
has
it.
something to do with ratings, Mike?
No, we've all seen it because I try not to be that guy, but my own experience, when I was a doorman at the Improv, the comics that were complete dicks, when I became a manager and when I started booking shows, I just disregarded them because they were fucking assholes.
There's people no more so than in any other part of the world than in comedy. There's guys who are fucking amazing that just won't ever break out of like mid-level success because no one likes them.
But then there's also people that succeed despite that, like
Here
Dennis,
it comes.
Dennis Miller.
Like Tosh.
Tosh has never been anything but super cool to me, and
He's
I know
cool
people
to me,
say
but he's not.
not.
He's not like I think like. And this is wild
No, I
speculation.
know.
Because it's not like we go to dinner together or hang out. But I do know him off the air. I have been to comedy clubs where he's not performing and sat with him and watched other comedy. I think he's a painfully unhappy guy.
You know what's weird is I don't get that from him. I think he just doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
He was painfully unhappy when he had to come in here and host.
Yeah, no, he
Love
was.
Line
He
with
was. He
Trina.
was absolutely pissed. He got pissed at me too. After that doesn't matter.
That was the best when Carano walks in and Trina goes, "Who's that there?" And Tosh goes, "Oh, that's just some hobo. Don't pay attention."
No, the worst was he told me something that I wasn't supposed to share, and we were having dinner, and then someone came over to the table, and I went, "You're not going to believe this," and I told them, and then I left. And my phone rang like 20 minutes later, and he goes, "What the fuck was that?" He goes, "Seriously?" He goes, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I'm totally sorry. I knew you were going to call." And he goes, "What's wrong with you? I just told you don't tell anyone this, and you told the first person that came to the table." And I go, "I'm totally sorry." And he goes, "I just want to know what's wrong with you." And I'm like, "I apologize."
At this point, it's purely scientific. What is wrong
no,
with
he
your
kept
brain?
going, "What is wrong with you?" But I was very upset by that. I was like, "I'm totally sorry." And he's like, "I just want to know what's wrong with you." And he goes, "Why would you do that?" And I was like,
There's
I don't
other
know,
people though
fucking-
I think in comedy that go out of their way to be unlikable. It's their shtick.
Yeah.
Like Godfrey. Like because
Really?
Gilbert person to person is really a nice guy.
Yeah.
he's really guy. But I think like he tries to create this image of being curmudgeon, unlikable, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, before I say
Gilbert
something
Gottfried's like a
bad,
really nice
Dennis
guy.
Miller is not a nice man.
No, hey, listen.
And
I was
I think
so
he's-
disappointed. Look, we're colleagues.
Yeah, I
Listen,
think
you
he's
both-
one of the most. I think he's one of my all-time favorite comics, and I think he
And
might
amazing
Be,
sports broadcaster.
I think he might be the
Hey,
most,
babe.
but he might be the most honest person I've ever worked for in my entire life. He never lied to me. He told me exactly how
Mike,
things
you look
were.
like a hobo.
No, much more insulting than that. But he never lied. He didn't. He never lied.
Listen here, babe. Why don't you go down to the Bowery and beg for money with that outfit there?
That was pretty much it. But does this look like something a hobo would wear?
You're,
Target
you're kind of
shirts?
like doing an homage to him though with the beard and stuff.
Is this a beard?
Except he
Ruben just
doesn't
told
have
me
a
I shaved.
$4,000 suit on.
That's true.
At noon.
I bet he's wearing one right now.
Wait,
he's
who's
in
wear-
bed.
Who's wearing a suit?
Dennis Miller. I was saying he's saying you're doing homage to Miller with that beard, but I was
Oh.
like, but you're not
Oh.
wearing a $4,000 suit, you know?
Though he does have a $300 tuxedo tie.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
You fuck
I
up.
know. He's such a piece of shit.
Why?
Bought a tuxedo.
Do you have a tuxedo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I bought a tuxedo, and the entire tuxedo was like $300. Then I bought the shoes for $200. Then I went to Nordstrom's for a shirt and a tie, and the shirt was $250, and the tie was $300. And I bought them anyway.
You're dumb shit.
By the way, I'd just
Yeah,
like to welcome
yes.
everyone to the Love Line After Disaster.
wanted-
Anderson is out and is in Arizona at some wedding.
Arizona?
Arizona.
I want to invent a sex move called the fuxedo.
The tuxedo.
Yeah.
You put on a bow tie, and it's very classy.
Yeah.
You wear a top hat.
Just a little condom with a little bow tie on it.
Refer to each
fuxedo.
other. That's pretty good. A sex move or a sex outfit?
I don't know.
Didn't I-
That'd be a good condom name, the fuxedo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm gonna throw on my fuxedo.
For rich guys.
It has that sheen to it, like the lapel.
sell
That's
them
an
in Vegas.
ultra premium condom. Should be
It's
called
got
a
stripes down
fuxedo.
the side.
It's made of satin. It's a satin condom.
It's got a really shiny shoe.
God
at the
damn
end.
it! That's the second story that you've taught me that I absolutely cannot tell on the air. But one about you can't tell anybody this, and then someone screwed it up. And then another one about satin. They're both about massive A-list celebrities. They're both told to me by like an A- B level celebrity, and I can't say. Listen, I'll be put to death if I say it on the air.
I know.
I don't know why I even let you guys know. Massive.
There it is. Nice. The Australian Corey is on the cannons tonight. That was not me.
I used to want to tell stories
that
that people told
There
me,
he
but I try not. I really try not to.
The one about you can't tell anybody this, and then someone went and told the first person, is about one of the top 5 biggest stars in the world. And the person that told me this was in this relationship with this person.
William H. Macy, huh?
Oh no. I mean, Oprah level.
He's not one of the top 5?
Oprah level.
Same color skin as Oprah?
Nope.
I was gonna go Will Smith.
Are we playing the guessing game?
No,
we
I'm
guess
just-
I totally didn't want to go to the guessing game.
Very
I hate
good
when
friend of
people
Will
do that.
Smith's.
I'm sure we could all figure it out very.
I almost said
very
something terrible
shortly.
that would have got me fired.
Who do you think's more famous, Will Smith or the president?
More famous, like who would-
Worldwide.
President Obama.
You think really?
I think President Obama, because not only he's the president, because he's Obama and his multicultural background and the way he captivated the world in 2008. I think President Obama's easily more recognizable than most presidents. I think he is just
Really? More recognizable than Reagan?
I think there's people in fucking the backwoods of Kenya and shit that didn't know who George W. Bush were that are like
Yeah.
Obama, you know. I mean, obviously Kenya because he is Kenyan, but I mean maybe even like east, like Far East Asian countries where people don't have any access.
Yeah.
I bet you they're like.
Well, you've seen that picture in China of Obama's the OFC store.
Oh,
Obama's
fuck
fried chicken.
China. Fuck you,
Oh my
China.
God, are you serious?
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
I'll pull it up.
I love
Is that
racist
real?
humor. Don't get me
Is
wrong.
that real?
I don't deny that. Yeah, it's totally real. That was on Reuters.
Reuters sounds like an awesome magazine for people on steroids. Reuters.
I'll
monthly.
never forget. Dave the King of Mexico was filling. Doc on the Rock was sick one time and wasn't coming in. So we, as a joke, let Dave read the news.
Carano.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They let
Is
Dave
that too
read the news
racist to
because they-
tweet? I'm just sitting on it.
Oh.
This is extraordinary radio. Anderson's
No,
so mad
hold
right
on.
I'm just sitting on it
Don't do it.
for like 2 days.
Mike, don't do it. It's funny. It's actually not that bad. You might not get in trouble, but you might. So
right.
why even? It's weird. I tweeted today that the most upset person in the world about Joe Frazier's passing was Kim Kardashian because it's another black
Yeah,
athlete.
I
off
saw
the
that.
market. And I even had to rethink, like, should I tweet this? And I'm like, wait, it's
I
not
thought about
racist
that
at
too when you
all.
said it. I was like, yeah.
It's not racist at all, but it's like it's weird how PC the world is that I have to like rethink that.
Do you think Kim Kardashian is a bad person, or do you think it's her mom's doing
No,
it?
I think she's painfully dumb and just trying to get by. Just
You don't think it's
going
her
along.
mom's doing all that stuff?
I think there are these weird people that just fall into these gold mines of a
How do you think
world.
she's going to end up?
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
I think this is my thing. Honestly, I believe this, and I don't base this on shit. But I think at her core, she's really a nice person. She
Maybe.
doesn't mean anybody any harm.
Yeah.
She's just trying
that
to,
girl in high
trying
school
to
that
swim
was
in
like-
this really
Do you
weird
know her?
ocean. I've met her. I've been to their house. in
But do you
Calabasas.
think when she's like 60 or 70, she's going to be always striving to keep this attention? She's going to be like Zsa Zsa Gabor, where it's always
Maybe.
She'll just have this big dumpy flab ass.
Yeah.
She'll
Can you imagine what
Prince
that Tookus
Vaughn.
is going to look like when she's 70? Rare use of Tookus. I've
I
never,
know. What are you,
I
like
like
90 years old?
I like Tookus.
Tookus.
I like Tookus.
Whippersnapper.
What happened with Dave reading the news?
We made Dave read the news as a joke because we know he can barely read and he won't have any idea what's going on in any of these news stories. And he gets to it and he's like, according to Reuters.
Reuters. Why is Reuters so renowned, and why does everyone turn to them? Is the AP bigger than Reuters?
I think the AP is more prolific as far as like its reaches more people, but I don't think it's more accredited.
What about the AD?
The AD.
We're much more credible.
We should be a news source.
How you guys get more listeners? You guys got how many
I don't know.
subscribers you got?
We have
now?
good listeners, whoever they are.
We have an average about 3,000 downloads an episode.
All right, that's not bad. That's nothing to fucking shake a tail at or shake a stick at. What
You
do
shouldn't
say?
shake
Shake a
something
tail.
at it.
What is the figure of
Shake a
speech?
stick.
Shake a stick at.
But-
Nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing to sweep under the rug.
The Film Vault, which I assume a new episode comes out tomorrow. Anderson's gonna be really happy about this.
Yeah, but the film vault
Top
had
5 revenge films. Yeah, they have like.
I know. Well, let's
3,000
be
in it.
honest. The film vault's a snooze fest compared to
Right?
this.
Yeah, exactly. Canon.
I love,
remember when
I
I
love
was-
that you did this.
I've been on the film vault twice.
Yeah.
I've been on the Film Vault once. Talked about the Oscars in 2009.
De La Hoya.
Nope.
Or The Grouch?
No, neither.
Hey, you should go see Moneyball while it's in theaters. It's good.
I'm a great
You
champion.
don't really have to see it on the big
Te
screen.
quiero mucho
There's
to
more,
Los Angeles. I'm a great champion. Oscar de la Hoya.
There's more driving in Moneyball than there is in the movie Drive.
Hey, how did he get past like the fishnets? Like, how did that just like blow past?
It was fake.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
What are the fishnets?
The picture of
the
Oscar de la
things
Hoya.
you catch fish with.
They actually, the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Some chick finally came forward and said it was all fake.
Was it really fake?
Yeah.
What about the woman who just had an affair
Why
with
did-
Manny
I kinda
Pacquiao?
know him. I
What
kinda
was
know
that
him.
But
deal?
what is it about him that everyone's kind of like, yeah, I could kind of see that though. It like wasn't like, oh my god,
Because he's like the
mind-blowing.
prettiest guy that's ever
Yeah.
professionally fought. That's why.
All right, fine.
I kind of know him. Like close family friends are his own run Golden Boy promotion. So I kind of know Oscar on a somewhat personal level.
You
Cool.
like
Always
him?
been a super cool guy. Always, yeah. And he fronts a lot of it, but at the same time, it's all legit that he gives back fucking
bet.
crazy money
I
and
bet.
time to East Los Angeles and to like a
Isn't
lower
it-
income.
Is anyone here surprised besides me that Muhammad Ali's still hanging on?
Yes.
Because I thought he was going to be dead like 15 years ago.
You ever met
It was
him?
looking shaky for a while.
I was at a concert and
Not bad.
And from the stage, the guy who was performing went, "I want to thank my friends Muhammad Ali for coming out." He was sitting 3 seats away from me in my row. I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Muhammad Ali!" And then the
You
whole
thought
rest
it
of
was
the show,
like Etta
I was like,
Fitzgerald.
I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
But,
Let's
he
set
was
up a
very,
Ali versus
He was shaky like this shaky.
Michael
Like,
J.
Michael J. Fox.
Like people had to
boxing
help
match.
him up and stuff, and that was in 94, 95. He's
Who
still
would win in
hanging
a
on.
fight? Ali right now or Joe Frazier right now?
That's
Well.
a tough one. If
Is someone
casket fell
controlling the
over-
corpse?
If somebody
Like-
pushed the
like on
casket on
sticks?
Muhammad Ali, he might win Frazier. Right?
I like Joe Frazier.
Yeah.
I did. I like Joe Frazier a lot. Great champion.
One of my favorite photographers is a sports photographer named Neil.
Armstrong.
Yeah, he's also an astronaut.
Diamond.
Took some great pictures of the
Strauss.
Gaiman.
Surreal Neil?
No, I forgot his last.
You know Surreal Neil?
Vince Neil.
Yeah, but he took
Vince
that
Vaughn?
very famous picture of Muhammad Ali standing over.
Oh,
the other,
yeah.
I don't know who the other
Total
guy was, though.
accident, right?
Yeah, totally. But the best part about the story was he was an assistant to another photographer who was an asshole. And that photo, which happened to be one of the most iconic sports photos in history, the guy who was an asshole to him, who made him go to the bad side of the ring, is standing between Muhammad Ali's legs with his camera, like looking up at him, not even ready to take the picture. And that picture ran everywhere.
I would say it is the most iconic
Yeah.
sports picture.
Neil, what's his last
At least
name?
boxing for sure.
Think of another sports picture that you always see like
Brandy
that.
Chastain.
It's pretty big, but I mean,
No,
it's not.
I wasn't
no, but
trying
that
to say
is
that. That
It's
was,
the biggest now that I think about it. Because I've seen that picture more than any
yeah,
other.
but there's also like the Lou Gehrig, like when
Yeah.
he's giving his speech.
Yeah.
Today I consider myself.
Yeah, but not even close to that one. That one's like fucking.
Yeah. He's got a
they make
gallery.
paintings of it.
He's got a gallery in Caesars of all of his photos.
I'm trying to think of any other. Maybe Jordan after that one win when he just has his arm raised. You know, after
Yeah.
he fucking juked that Utah Jazz guy.
Yeah. The pictures of Muhammad Ali are so iconic, though. They seem to be. Hey, you know what I saw today? I randomly, aimlessly drove to Baker, California this morning.
What?
And
Welcome to the mind of Mike Carano.
Why?
so when I get stressed out, I have to go somewhere.
He has
so
to go
it's
see
nine-
giant
wait, time out,
thermometers.
time out.
9 hours in the
Everybody
car.
stop. Michael, I fully understand when you get stressed out, your means of coping with that is to drive. I agree. A lot of times I'll do that too. It's nice to have your own music. You can get away. You can be alone. Why not
Sat
choose?
in total silence. the
Why
whole
not
drive.
choose Malibu or Santa Barbara
I don't
up
know.
the coast?
I don't know.
Why fucking
know.
Baker?
I don't know, but here's the point of it. So I drove to Baker, and I went into this abandoned hotel. Very creepy. But did I tell you guys about the van? There's a company that rents vans, and I forgot what it's called, but they're all super crazy. I sent you the picture of that Indian one.
Yes.
And then there was the one I saw in Palm Springs, and it was crazy, painted with Jimi Hendrix on the side, and it was purple. And they're just dumpy old vans, but they build a plywood bed into the back of it, then they rent them out, and families rent them, mostly from Germany.
What?
And they drive around in these vans. So
Why is
there
there-
was a dude in the hotel who was, this abandoned hotel. He pulled in there to fix something, and his daughter was like pooping next to the, that's not the important part, but little kid. But it was this one had Bob Marley on it. It said one level one side, and that kind of got creeped out, like they were going to murder me. Then I recognized the name of the company. I was just wondering if you had seen those vans that they rent.
Daughter shitter vans.
There was a little teeny kid, and she pulled down her pants and started going to the bathroom, and I was totally panicked about it. And I grabbed the video camera real fast.
Why when you saw Bob Marley you thought they were gonna kill you?
I don't know.
That's
They
like
seem
the
like hippies.
least.
They seem
That's
like
the worst
hippies.
connection you could ever make.
It's the youngest person you've had
I gotta
sex
tell
with.
you a
Mike
story
Corona.
in a second.
Mike Corona, who's the youngest person you've had sex with? How old?
She
What
was
age?
23. No. When I was 18, my girlfriend was 18.
Tyler, your wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old's
my
your
wife?
wife?
She's 25. She's my age.
Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who
This
is it?
hotel is totally abandoned. And
Oh my gosh!
yeah, it's crazy.
Look at these
right?
pictures. Tyler, who's the worst person in the world to have that we know, like a personal relationship? Who's the worst person ever that you would find out your wife's having an affair with?
Like you two know?
No, in our world, yes. Who would be the absolute worst person that you would find out she's having an affair with?
His name rhymes with Schmon Schmeris.
You think that's worse than like Rodney Bingenheimer?
Oh. Yeah, the Rodney thing would almost be like, oh, that's cute. People who don't know who Rodney is, go Google Rodney Bingenheimer.
Mayor Son says.
I want to show.
Would you rather your wife fuck Schmon Schmeris than Mike Carano?
Who's Shimon Schmeris?
No. I'd way rather have it be Mike. At least I could understand.
Who's Shimon Schmeris?
Bed the
Don
Gish.
Barris. It's Don Barris.
Oh, it's Don Barris.
Should also let people know who are listening to this, post the live show. You missed out on watching it live on lovelineshow.com. Watching it, we have live video. So that's what you
Gary?
get.
Worse than Gary?
That'd be pretty bad.
I want to tell you, I was having a Mike Carano mental night last night where I wasn't getting anything done and I was kind of having anxiety. So
Mike Carano mental night.
At about 9:45, I decided
Oh,
to
Jesus.
go see.
Anderson, here it
I thought you were
comes.
putting it up to your dick. This was not us. That was Mike Catherwood. In case anyone wants to try to figure out the shape of his
Someone's
anus.
going to get pink eye from that microphone.
Yep.
You think from his fart?
Yes.
So speaking of fart, about 9:45 last night, I decided to hop in my car and drive down to Hermosa and check out Fart Barf. The minute I got there, I changed my mind. Didn't feel like going in, but I was already there. Hung out for a little while, walked down to the beach, took some pictures. By the way, that pier in Hermosa Beach, there's like 10 bars on it. They're all empty. No one, except for one fucking place, packed to the gills.
Wait, Hermosa
You know what I'm
or
talking about?
Sharkies?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Packed all the way up to the sidewalk.
packed to the gills? I get it. 'Cause it's a
Yeah,
shark.
but the promotion before
I don't
Fart
think
Barf.
sharks have gills.
Yeah, they do.
They
Do
do?
they?
Yeah. There's those slit things right here.
They breathe
Come
through
on.
their fin, I
You
thought.
ever seen Jaws?
Just kidding. I'm starting a rumor. Let's
Do you think
internet
that
rumor.
whales have ever banged their blowholes?
That's such a weird question. So there was some sort of weird promotion last night to get people into that bar that Fart Barf was playing in, and it was like a glass company that makes bongs and vaporizers and stuff. So the guy got up there, huge ego, and because he just assumed everyone was there to talk about bongs and stuff because he was there doing the promotion.
Oh, why do bong guys
I'm
sound
not
like
going
the
to play
worst?
this whole thing because I missed the first 10 seconds, which were the best ever. But he went up there with this big bravado, like, we're going to talk about hemp and talk about bongs. Nobody gave a flying fuck.
So who wants to get on the mic and talk about hemp? I got a nice chill up for you. Jump on.
It was basically no one, and then people just ignored him the entire time. And he kept going, let's talk about this strain and that strain. And they're like, Fart Barf. And he's like, yeah, Fart Barf's coming up, but we're going to give away some bongs right now. And it was really sad and pathetic.
That is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with stoners, but the guy who's like the bong guy.
Yeah. It's weird because the bongs
Even though-
look so nice. They look
and-
like artwork, and you
and-
want one.
A bong is such a way better way of smoking pot than.
Is it just because it cools the smoke down?
No, and there's no for the water filters it, and there's no paper. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the vaporizer, though?
Never tried it.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to bring this show to a new low?
yeah.
By the way, you talked about a creepy hotel. We do have a creepy hotel call online too.
All right. Let's take it.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Before you go down whatever Mike Carano winding path you're
But
about to go down.
you know we need to hang up on certain people.
Yes.
All right.
I've been around the show. This is show 93, by the way.
9-3.
Haley.
Hallie.
Hi, Hallie. What's happening?
Hi.
I want to know real quick if
How many people call you Haley on a
Kyle spelled your name
on
properly.
a Hallie basis?
How do you spell your name, by the way?
Fuck you.
Hally, and I hate the
Close.
name Haley so much. There was a girl in 4th grade who actually like shoved me into a pole, and it like knocked the wind out of me.
Was she black?
Oh my God.
No.
Wait,
'Cause,
she pushed you into the Polish
She
kid?
sings for Paramore now.
Okay, no. I'm not that old. I'm only 16.
Does she have a comment?
Wait, you're only 16?
Yeah.
I like how she's like, I'm not that old. I'm not as old as Haley from Paramore. I'm not 22.
I mean,
No, Haley's not bad. Pat Benatar has a daughter named Haley, too.
Oh.
you would know that.
you have a kick-ass comet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
just said
do.
Yeah, you sure do.
Hope I get to see that someday.
I was in a metal band called Haley's Vomit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that girl.
That would be a
looked
good
like vomit.
graphic, though.
Yeah.
This girl really hates a girl named Haley.
I know. You want to find that chick that threw against the pole and knocked the wind out of you?
No, because I felt bad for her at the same
Why?
time because she. I don't.
Oh, Haley.
Because what? She was pregnant? She was 12 and pregnant?
Oh my goodness.
You realize your parents were just screwing with you when they named you Hallie, so that every
Yeah.
time there was a substitute teacher, they'd be like Haley, and you had to go Hallie.
Isn't
No,
that
her name is
Berry, though?
Haley.
Is that
What?
like Halle Berry? Isn't her name?
Halle, though, is Halle Berry.
Mm-hmm.
This girl's Hally.
Yeah,
Well,
your parents
maybe
fucking
he
suck.
spelled-
What's your middle name?
Your parents
Maybe
suck
Kyle-
dick.
Okay,
Spelled
I'm
it
gonna
wrong.
answer Carano. My middle name is Anne.
Haley
Hallie
Ann.
Ann.
Are you leaving? All right, good night, Mike. Thank you for hanging
you,
out.
Mike.
Bye, Mike.
She's- Hallie said bye.
Hallie.
Oh my God. Oh.
Are you bummed out that he left?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh.
As much as I like him, I'm not gonna be shy about this. I like the After Disaster more than Loveline.
Whoa.
Can you say that real loud and have? Can you turn the speakers up in there real quick?
No.
Kidding.
No. I'm not gonna be mean.
That's
By
not-
the way, Tyler, I have something to ask you. What the heck?
Don't worry, so do I.
Just touch my leg with your foot.
No, what is that weird like Kirby Pikachu thing behind you?
Oh, that's right. We're on live
Oh Jesus!
TV.
I know it's weird. I can see you. You can't see me, or can you?
What?
I want to adjust my penis.
What?
We're live on TV. My penis is crooked.
Oh goodness.
That's just a
Oh.
natural thing, isn't it?
Either that was the biggest shtick ever.
Bronies. No, I felt like people were.
Well, he does have a big Italian shtick. That is a logo for Wix.com, which is a wonderful site that you should go check out.
What is it?
Really easy to make Flash websites. Like, you don't have to know any programming. Just throw
Too
it
bad
all
Flash
up
is
there.
dead and it doesn't play on Apple products. So what's the point of
Should
using
probably
it?
not bring that up. Since
No,
they're
but I
a
mean
proud
seriously,
sponsor
don't
of the program.
make anything in Flash, folks. Unless you don't want things to be on the 45 million items out there that people normally use to surf the web. Then it's cool.
When are they going to find... No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Okay, Hallie, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I recently went back and listened to one of the episodes where Mike, you talked about the Hitching Post Hotel.
Wait, real quick. You talked about going back to listen to past episodes. I have finally done
Oh, I know. I saw.
what people thought was impossible. Every single episode of The After Disaster is now,
Oh,
is now available on
congratulations.
iTunes.
A
I know.
cannon.
Thank you.
You should
Major
tell them what number to
Give
push.
me a cannon, damn it. 4.
Yeah.
And now play 3.
No,
Woo!
we need to do 93. Or how many episodes are there?
This is
Piss
This is
Anderson
93.
off.
I don't know. I got to be honest. So there's a lot of stuff that we said in those early shows that I think we all regretted. Actually, I just mean me. So I would.
The
not
first show that I
recommend-
posted, you guys didn't want me to post, but I did it anyways.
Yeah.
But the very first show is I
Number
don't know where it
2.
is.
Good.
Yeah. So the,
The 10th one is the best by far.
yes, the 10th
Why?
one is good.
Why do you say that?
That was
It's the only
Corey
other
was
one
on
I've
that
ever
one.
even been.
Yeah.
You couldn't have come back for the 100th. You had to come back on 93. You were
Hey, we got to do
back
something
for
special
100.
for the 100th.
Oh yeah,
What?
I've got big plans.
What? Is it here or are we
Big
going somewhere
plans.
else?
You'll have to find out.
Big
I'm
plans.
just making everyone
We're
excited.
going to
I
rent
have
like
no-
one
I
of
have
those
no plan.
vans
I have
and
no
cruise
plan.
around.
The problem is we have too many listeners all across the country, so we couldn't even like really do something. If we did some live thing, like 8 people would show up.
I don't know. Is that theater in Santa Monica wanted us to do a live thing down there?
They don't know what we
I
are.
shot it down. I know.
I found out one of my friends actually listens to the show. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
I actually have a friend that listens to my show. I was very proud today when
I
I,
don't
found
think
that
I
out.
do.
Hello, Phil. If you're
I
listening,
have people
to
that are familiar with it. Like I saw this comedian Ryan Stout tonight and his lovely girlfriend Vanessa Ramos, and they said they are very familiar with the After Disaster.
I think people just say that so they can maybe come in
Think they
here
were
and
lying?
then come on Loveline.
He did ask if we could come. He could come in
Yeah,
as a guest. And I
yeah.
said yes.
Who is he?
He's great. He's absolutely awesome. He opens for Bob Saget all the time.
Ooh,
You would like him.
yeah, Bob, who wanted to come in, and you didn't invite him.
I don't
in?
know if he wanted to come in, but
It doesn't
so-
matter. You didn't even give him the option.
so Hallie, what's happening?
Okay, so you mentioned a hotel or motel called the Hitching Post. It's on El Cajon Boulevard in San Diego.
No, it was called the Stagecoach
The
Motel.
Stagecoach?
Yeah.
I thought you said the Hitching Post.
No,
because
is there a
that
place
one
called the
is-
Hitching Post? Hitching Post?
Yeah. And
They could have easily changed the name.
It's,
You know,
it's really creepy.
this one is on the corner of 70th and El Cajon Boulevard, next to the 7-Eleven, if the 7-Eleven's even still there.
I'm trying to picture it because my school, to get to my school, you go on El Cajon. So
What school?
it's a private school. It's a Waldorf school. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Like Waldorf Astoria?
Pretty much. I think it was developed for some of the workers, and now it's like worldwide. It's complicated.
Sounds
But
like it.
Tomorrow,
all schooling's complicated to me.
I don't want to talk about school.
Oh no! Look at line 6.
Oh.
Hallie, hold on. Right. Whoa. Line 6. Your name is Phil, and you're on the program.
My name is Phil, and I am on the program.
Welcome to the show, Phil.
Are you really Tyler's friend?
I actually am. I can tell you our complete life story.
No, don't do it. We don't have time for that.
It really only lasts 2 years. It's not that long.
Yeah. But it's not exciting though. That's the other issue.
Absolutely not.
Phil has seen me in my incredible baseball prowess. He's seen.
Oh, really? You guys went to the
he's-
batting
he's
cages or
seen-
something?
No, we played in an adult league baseball together. You ass. I like how now
almost worse.
I was making fun of myself, and now because you called it the batting cages, I'm like, no, it's adult league baseball. Damn it!
It was
Let
fast
the
pitch.
glory days die, Tyler. Let them die.
And you live in Fullerton now?
I do. That's why I don't.
He's a
I don't
hobo
like to
killer.
cover on this radio show.
What part of Fullerton?
Right by the college,
Which college?
Cal State Fullerton.
Got it.
Ever heard of it?
Yeah. Might
No?
have.
Phil, what does it feel like to be my only friend that listens to the show?
What does it feel like to be my neighbor?
It
More
feels pretty
importantly.
good.
Yeah, you live in the same town as Mr. Carano. You guys could hang out together.
We should hang out.
Nah, we shouldn't. I'm not good in social
I've-
I'm not good in one-on-ones with
I've met-
dudes.
I've met you, Mr. Carano, at Tyler's wedding.
Oh my God! Seriously? Then you're a great guy.
What the hell?
Okay, that needs to be unplugged or something.
What is going on? Rune, the birthday boy, by the way. Actually, that
Happy
was
birthday,
No, it was
Rune.
yesterday. Don't tell him happy birthday. It was his birthday yesterday on 11/10. Today's 11/11/11, by the way. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
You know what it is? BFD.
Cool.
A lot of people getting married on 11/11/11.
One of our listeners is getting married on
Who?
11/11/11. I don't remember his name, but I was supposed to play a canon for him. There he is.
Nice.
He and his wife are, soon to be wife, are in the military, and some group
Kiss
is
Army?
putting on no, not the Kiss Army, but some group is putting on like a free wedding for military people, and they're part of it.
They said there were like 3,500 marriage licenses issued today in Las Vegas yesterday for today.
Just because people wanted to marry,
And that's
on
like the
11/11/11.
average for a week, yeah. And it was the same thing for 10/10/10, but the biggest one was 7/7/07.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about when
Yeah.
7/7/77
What
comes
about
around?
6/6/6?
What about 69,
That was a long time
69?
ago. Oh,
What?
yeah.
Catherwood is still here.
That was like 40 years ago. Or that
He
was
and I were just talking movies. It's cool.
movies? What kind of movies?
Well, I was asking if 11/11/11. I feel like all the movies seem to be coming out like this weekend, and he and I were arguing over what is actually coming out and what isn't.
I know
It was really
Immortals is
entertaining.
coming out. That's
Is
the
that
only one I
J.
know.
Edgar one? Is that coming out this weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's out.
No, is it really?
I think so.
I should.
Yeah,
know this.
actually,
my
it is
dad
out.
actually worked on it. I should probably ask.
Oh, yeah, you should go see it.
Is your dad Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes.
Oh, my
actually.
God. You look great for being his son.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I
What?
know.
What are you, like 6?
Yeah, he had me when I was about 8.
One
No.
time I was this story's gonna sound arrogant and pretentious because I know what a dork I am. But I was going for a walk down Sunset Boulevard when I lived in LA, and Leonardo DiCaprio pulled up next to me and just stared me down. And then I told my
What?
I told my sister that years later, and she goes, "Yeah, he hangs out with this dude that looks a lot like you." And she goes, "The guy who he's with all the time," because my sister was in Titanic. And so she said he had
The drummer?
because they all thought he was gay because he had a dude hanging out with him all the time in Titanic. And she goes, "The guy looks exactly like you." And I was like, "Really?" And that obviously, when I saw him, was like 5 or 6 years earlier.
You should go to bars and be like, "Yeah, I'm the guy that hangs out with Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio." See if that
People
works.
used to think I was the bass player for Dio, Jimmy Bain or something. I don't know what his name is, but I used to get like at the NAMM show and stuff. People would come up to me and tell me how much they loved me in Dio.
Let's
I'd be
check
like,
this
I don't
out
know
right now.
what you're talking about.
We found Anderson's doppelganger tonight.
I know. I saw
Yeah,
that. I
right?
saw that. Wait.
I'll post that on the.
I just thought of the one I got the most when I was a kid. I was in a laundromat with my mom, and
Are you that Italian guy with the big
all these
penis?
little girls were staring at me, and the mom came over and said, "Is he Charles from Little House on the Prairie?" My mom said, "Yes," and I went into a complete friggin' panic attack. I'm like, I don't even know who this is. It doesn't look like me.
This doesn't look anything.
But
like
my
it.
hair was exactly like that at the time. I swear to God.
Dude.
I had the same
you
hair.
talking about the night you went to go see? Who is it you went to see playing medieval music?
Richie
Oh
Blackmore,
my god,
Yeah.
that was the most depressing.
wasn't it? How do you think I felt? One of my heroes comes out in a fucking Robin Hood outfit.
It sounded like something from like, like an Arrested Development or something like
It
that.
was
so
unbelievable.
It was
I'm
so
taking pictures
sad.
of one of the producers of Arrested Development tomorrow.
Why?
He asked me to.
Like boudoir photos.
What's that? I have pictures of his dick in my mouth.
What?
I don't know. No, they're iPhone pictures. They're
Okay,
just for us.
Let's.
No, I'm not sure what they're for. I don't know if he's doing the movie or not, but
Okay, let's go to line 4 because we can definitely. This isn't going to happen now. Hey, Diana.
Hey, gentlemen.
what's happening?
Not too much. How you doing?
How come it says Catherwood on there?
Oh wait, he's still here. What is he? What is going
Yeah,
on?
he left the show and he's still hanging out.
He just had to get out of this room. He just had to carpet bomb it and then take off.
I was going to beg him to do Full Moon Frenzy, but
What
I
is-
didn't know if
what
it
is
was, like,
Full Moon
breaking
Frenzy?
After Disaster Rules.
Mike does his immaculate impressions of various movies.
Like, you can ask him to do anything, and he just, like, nails it.
But what is Full Moon Frenzy?
It's just the stupid name we gave it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
they
it was a
like
movie that I hadn't
alliteration.
heard of or hadn't seen
Yes,
yet.
we do like alliteration.
What cunts do you want?
Whoa,
All of them?
he's here, Diana. Mr. Catherwood is
What do you
here.
want? Who's this?
Mr. Catherwood.
Oh, hi, Diana.
By the way, Mike Catherwood's band is playing at St. Rock in
Tomorrow night, Hermosa Beach.
Beach.
That's
They're
right.
gonna
Go check it out.
What time are you guys going on?
I don't know. About 9ish, I would imagine. With Unwritten Law, we're playing tomorrow. What? I'm being requested. What is going down?
My socks would roll up and down if you did True
Oh
Romance.
my!
Can you
Anything from
videotape
True
that?
Romance.
Let me think.
They're gonna roll up and down like the witch in Wizard of Oz.
Just like that.
Let me think of a good scene. What do I know?
Can someone tell me what Full Moon Frenzy is?
Shut up, you Aussie fag.
Are you not listening to the show? Because I already asked that question.
It's when there's a full moon.
And we do a frenzy.
No, people call up and they request me to do movie scenes. Here
Did
we
you
go.
guys know that wilding never really happened in New York?
What? What is
Wilding,
wilding?
when they would gang rape somebody who was jogging
What?
through the
What
park.
are you talking about?
Wilding. It was big in the 80s.
I never even knew that existed.
Some woman got gang raped, claimed she got gang raped, and they caught, and somebody else said the gangs are doing that now. It's called wilding. Like, do you want to go wilding? And it was big in the news for 10 years. It was
Come
gigantic.
out and rape.
Turns out it was a
Tyler.
racist thing, and it never
A
really
rapist
happened.
thing.
Nobody ever really called it wilding.
Here we go.
It's common knowledge.
True
Google
romance. True romance. Let me think of a good scene.
Goo romance.
What do you think, Mike? What's a good scene?
it. I don't remember any of True Romance.
Goo yo pants.
What?
Oh, it's so good.
So good.
It was that chick that's in a band now, and Brad Pitt. And
Yeah,
who
Brad Pitt was
else?
a stoner,
Patricia
right?
Arquette.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
No, who's the little girl with the dark hair who I used to kind of like? She's in like a punk
Pat
band now.
Benatar's daughter.
Winona Ryder's not in this.
No.
one. Juliette Lewis is not in this.
Oh, she's not?
No.
No.
What's she in?
Let's play. What movies is Juliette Lewis
Another
in?
movie that Quentin
California.
Tarantino wrote?
California.
Natural
maybe?
He was
Born
in
Killers.
California, which Brad Pitt was also in, which he was also in True Romance. He played the roommate, the stoner roommate. He was
Maybe
hilarious.
Yeah, I think I'm mistaken then.
How about this, Diana?
Maybe I never saw
Let's
True
hear it.
Romance.
How about this, Diana? Do you know who I am? Have you heard of me? Yeah, I've heard of you, and I've heard of your type. You know what you are? You're a Sicilian. And you know what Sicilians have? They have the word I can't say, blood.
Awesome!
That's right. All the Moors, they went over to Sicily and they pumped that shit right into the ass of all your ancestors. And now that's what you got pumping through your blood. you know, you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy. I could have guessed because your son's a funny guy, just like you. Oh, thank you, everybody.
That's
amazing.
great. Jay Moore was in that movie.
Dennis Hopper talking to
No, that is great. You know what? I've heard that. I don't think I've ever seen that movie, but I have heard that exact scene.
That's
over.
Dennis Hopper talking to Christopher Walken. It's a pretty good movie.
That's
man.
You
great.
just rolled her socks up
Yeah.
and down.
Up and
It's an
down.
epic face-off.
Face.
If you could somehow develop
Diana,
mechanical
now,
socks.
Diana, now you're just reaching.
It is. Oh, I was. I'm sorry. That was an accident.
I smell like
swear to
rice
God.
in here. Rune, what did you do?
That's because I've got a rice cooker that I carry around with me.
Oh,
everywhere
I'm
I
sorry,
go. I
Nick.
brought it from my castle in Belfast.
You have a castle in Belfast?
That's right. I keep Elvis's ashes there and a couple of his actual outfits.
It's amazing the poll we have to get the various people on the show.
And Charlie Sheen stopping by. Did you hear that?
Really?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know. Where's your bowling shirt?
A lot of people think I wear a bowling shirt. It's not a bowling shirt. It's a tiger shirt, tiger skin. Yeah, my favorite line of the Charlie Sheen rants was, winner, winner, chicken dinner. No, winner, winner, Sheen dinner.
Yeah.
It was so ridiculously...
It was the worst pun ever.
Let's be honest. Who here tuned in for those videos? I did.
I watched about 6 minutes of one, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
I watched
the first one.
Kind of like most
waited-
people when they put on the After Disaster.
Yeah, I watched the first one, and I was so intrigued to see what happened, and then I couldn't believe if I didn't know if it was a catastrophe, if this was good. I just stared at my computer screen
And then
going,
Simon
what's
Rex
happening?
is there, like in the corner, not doing anything. It's weird. It's really
Simon
weird.
Rex is kind of funny.
Simon Rex was wandering around at the Rob Dyrdek thing we were at.
Well, I see him all over the place because he's Dirk Nasty.
Yeah.
Who's Dirk
So I see him
What is
whenever I go
Dirk
see
Nasty?
Beardo.
Dirk Nasty.
Whenever I go see Beardo or any of those people, I always
His
see
song,
something.
like the 1980s or whatever, is pretty sweet.
I got a gold chain. Well, Mrs. Mulray, it seems like your husband hangs out with some pretty unsavory characters.
Love that movie.
China.
I just watched that again today.
Love that movie.
Me too.
I beat off to it.
I like when they
part?
cut his nose. Ugh.
I know.
Yeah.
So good. And that was so rare because, like, you never messed up, like, a leading man's face in a movie. But Roman Polanski did.
And then he messed up some young ladies' faces.
Diana-
I
Underage.
feel like the director of this movie's at home in a hot tub with a 13-year-old.
Oh, dear.
Rolling her socks up and down.
Mike Carano enjoys that. So, and
Is Polanski your
it was
favorite
not me,
director?
it was Jack
Carano?
Nicholson. It was Jack Nicholson.
I like him as a director, though.
Did I tell you guys my Jack Nicholson Sean Penn story?
No.
No?
Is this one you can tell us?
Yeah. Well, I don't get. Fuck them. I don't know them. And
Let me guess, they were drinking.
I honestly I don't know what went on, but we can make assumptions. It's probably 1986, 87.
I was one.
I'm at the Great Western Forum at the Laker game in Inglewood, California, and my father had very nice seats. Still does. He's a Laker season ticket holder. He's a big Laker fan, much like I am. So at the Forum,
Back in the smoking days of the Forum.
At the Forum, they had it actually your own like little private bathroom area for people who sat in the first like 5 to 10 rows, and you could go down there, and it was like underneath the stadium, kind of. And you got to just by going to the bathroom, you got to see like where the Laker girls and the Lakers walked into their locker room. So we go down to this bathroom. It's me and my cousin Chris, who's about 6 years older than me. So he's a teenager, and I'm like 9.
And you met Jerry Sandusky.
Taking a piss at the stall. My cousin's right next to me.
Now I can't stop thinking about you getting raped. Sorry, gotta refocus.
After I'm peeing, I hear, oh, yo, what's up? And Jack Nicholson comes out of one of the the shitters. I'm at the urinal, and Jack Nicholson walks out from the back, and people start going nuts. And he's like, yeah.
Was he smoking pot?
So I turn around, I look to see what the commotion is, and as he's walking out trying to get like people out of his way, Sean Penn comes out of the same shitter.
They were smoking pot, right?
No, they were probably doing bumps.
Yeah, I don't think he was going full Spicoli in the shitter with
And then I was
Nicholson.
I just remember being like I said, I was in like 5th grade. I was like, to my country, I was like, why would they be in the same one? He's like, don't worry about it. And then when I was like in 9th grade, I thought back about it. I was like, oh, sweet. They were doing blow.
I was at a Kings thing, and I heard Marty McSorley talking about blow. It was pretty sweet.
Nice.
He was like, where can we get some blow after this? I was like, oh, Marty, I barely know you.
I wouldn't want to fight Marty.
He wasn't actually talking to me, though.
Who was the dude on Fast and Furious, the lead actor?
Paul Walker?
Yeah, walked in on him doing blow in the Jerry's Famous Deli bathroom.
Should
Really?
we turn
Really?
this episode into let's sell out
out people.
celebrities about doing blow?
Allegedly, it was him. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I got invited to a party at the Comedy Store one time, even though I was an improv guy. And when
You
we
guys
got
didn't
there,
mix.
When we got there, they closed the doors, they locked everything up, and then broke out a pile of blow. And it was Sam Kinison, Richard Belzer, like 10 other comics from that generation, like Argus Hamilton and all these guys.
What
And
year were we talking?
I was with Randy Kagan, who was on MTV at the time, and he immediately freaked out and went, I'm leaving because I don't want to
What
be
year were we
around this."
talking?
89 or 90.
Sounds like that place was about to blow.
89 or 90, 91 maybe.
Come on.
Sorry.
But I've never seen that before in a comedy club. I heard about it for years and years and years, but it was just one of those weird nights. And Kagan, who's a huge stoner, was weird that he was like, let's go. And we left immediately. Because he didn't want to be around it because he thought the cops were going to kick the door down and arrest us or something.
Yeah.
I've never even seen blow
Really?
in real life.
All right, wait till Sunday.
I've smelled a lot of it.
Yeah, you can smell it, isn't it? No, but you can actually smell it. Like when people are doing coke, I can smell it on their breath.
There's
I can tell.
there's a spray, like a hairspray that they used to use in the makeup rooms at E. That fucking smelled exactly like. Well, every time they do my hair or do like Kat Sadler's hair
You
around
having flashbacks
me, I'd be
and
like,
stuff?
"Fuck, man, who's got the blow?" It smelled so much like cocaine.
Was
Really?
cocaine one
What
of your
does it
favorite
smell
drugs?
Yeah,
Because that's by far my favorite drug.
I learned to cook it, and that's when it just was gone. I mean, and then when I was living on the East Coast, I got into heroin, but I could only smoke it with cocaine, and that consumed my life. It was so good.
How long did it last?
That was about 9 months.
No, I mean that when you smoked it.
Yeah, 9 months.
It's hard to tell because you, as a guy who's
Bang
experienced
for your
it,
buck.
you don't do blow and then like feel the effects. You continually do
Yeah,
cocaine.
yeah.
So I don't know how long it lasted because I was all day.
But I mean,
high.
it wasn't. Oh, so but if you'd smoked it like at noon, would you constantly keep going back
Yeah.
to it, or could you wait till like
No,
4 or 5?
I was a profound crack addict.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Wow.
I would smoke all day until I didn't have any more, and then the only time I would take a break is when I didn't have any.
Did you have a panic when you couldn't get any more?
Yeah, I would get that.
Hey, can we
feeling.
talk about something personal for a minute here?
Sure.
I've been thinking about this a lot. This is probably too late to get into this in the show, and I'm very serious about this, and I seriously am looking for some kind of answer. And I don't mean
Yes,
for
we
any,
can do the show 5 nights a week.
any
Mike.
kind of crisis I'm going through. I'm just talking about it in general. I've been giving this tons and tons of thought lately, and it's the topic of heartbreak. And I'm being serious here, because we've all had our heart broken, and I am tired of being devastated by this and being incapacitated by it. And then I thought, if I'm going through this, I'm sure, not right this minute, but I mean, it's just, I have this fear of heartbreak. It devastates me. I don't get anything done when I feel like my heart's broken. And then I started thinking other people must have this feeling too. And then there's probably people, like when I have a crush on somebody, they don't like me back and my heart is sort of broken, or somebody kind of sort of dumps me and my heart's broken. Then I think about people that might like me and I don't have any interest in them, so their heart might be broken. And I'm wondering, what is the problem in my head or other people's heads where you become obsessive and then you suffer this devastating heartbreak? This is a dumb topic to bring up right now at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, I just don't know if I follow.
I'm just wondering, like, do you ever...
Mike wants to know why you get sad.
Have
when
you ever
things
had your
don't work
heart
out.
broken and then your life comes to a screeching halt for a certain amount of time because you don't feel like doing anything?
Yeah.
Like some people don't seem to have that. And some people just roll right through and keep on.
I don't think so. I think they pretend that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think it's
what is
completely universal to have your heart broken.
But what is the emotional problem? What's lacking? Like where's the immature?
It's something coming to an end. It's hard when something that you are fond of comes to an end, whether someone be someone who dies,
It's not
a
like
job that you loved, a relationship. Whenever there's something in your life that you are accustomed to having that you're fond of comes to an end, that sucks. That's part of the human experience.
Oh, here's
Like when Lost ended.
Oh my God, Seinfeld's over. I was fucking weeping, diarrhea 24/7.
What?
I've left from the stress. I've had crushes on people in my life, and then when they liked me back, I freaked out because I didn't like them.
You just
I
crushed.
liked the idea of having a crush on them, and then when they actually liked me, I was like, oh shit, now I'm committed to this. And then they just stopped liking me, and then I was devastated. And I'm like, what is that fucking bullshit, immature 10-year-old roller coaster that I'm on?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're the Benjamin Button of emotions. You're probably
I'm
like
going down?
You were like really like old and
When I'm like 50,
wise
I'm
soul
going
when
to
you're
get
a
like Teen
kid.
Beat magazine and start jerking off.
You beat off a lot?
Nah, when I'm either super stressed out or super happy, but in the middle, not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only when you're riding the waves. Mike,
Yeah.
I had a question. That call we had tonight on Love Line, that show that is before us, about the the woman whose daughter was banging the guy that she used to bang.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or was it way creepier that the daughter was doing that than the guy? The guy I can see like being like, okay, he's just a gross sleazy guy that's like, yeah, I got the mom and now I got the daughter.
The daughter.
I feel like the daughter is way grosser.
Well, no, but here's the deal: you hate your fucking parents if you do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The bottom line is you hate your mom. If
Absolutely.
You do that. So yeah.
Are you guys surprised by the fact that there's a lot of moms in competition with their daughters? I'm sure it's not a big percentage, but
those are the women that don't have anything going for them.
But I've met more than
I've
met a few that are definitely in competition with their hot daughter.
Yeah. Here's the deal: a lot of children have children, and that's
Yeah.
what happens when
Yeah.
someone
that was gong worthy right
when
there.
a 19-year-old
Can we edit out that whole part about me bringing up that heartbreak shit?
Sure.
when a
So it's kind of a
19-year-old
low.
hottie has a when a 19-year-old like sweet, hot party girl has a baby.
Yeah.
She ends up being a 32-year-old bitter party girl with a kid, and then she's like, I still got it. I'm hotter than you. And
Casey Anthony without the murderous tendencies.
And it's sad. It is sad. And don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to paint a brush with just the ladies. Happens to dudes all the time.
But
where it's like, did you check out my new Camaro, son? It's like, Dad, did they foreclose on your house? Did you check out my new Camaro, son?
They can't foreclose on this house.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing like a Japanese impression, Camaro-san. I swear to God. I thought you were doing some weird.
Oh, the Camaro-san.
Oh, Mustang-san.
Go to Diana real quick.
I think
'cause I'm gonna
more.
leave. Go to Diana for 5 seconds. All right, Diana, one more.
Oh, okay. Dirty Dancing.
I've never fully watched that movie.
Blast.
How about Roadhouse?
Yeah, Roadhouse is awesome.
Or Red Dawn.
Roadhouse is awesome, right? Should I buy you
Anything
guys
with
copies
Patrick
they have them at
Swayze
the
is awesome.
they have them at
I thought
Big
you'd be
Lots.
bigger.
They have them at Big Lots for 99 cents or $1.99. The DVD.
Really?
Yeah.
Consider me there.
Consider me there.
Rolling up her socks.
I'm gonna go there tomorrow, and I'm gonna consider you
I
there.
like how Diana talks like Slappy White or some comedian from like 1940. Like she
talks like she's
doing.
doing-
Roll my socks off. See.
She's like doing like film noir like narration in out loud. He was so good at the voices. My socks were rolling up and down.
What an interesting observation.
You know what the greatest movie for that kind of talk is? Double Indemnity.
Oh, that
by
is
far.
such a great film noir.
It is nonstop commentary done in that style of whatever it's called. It's nonstop.
Good Night, My Darling.
How's your iced tea? Pretty good. Put some gin in here and get it on its legs, or give it.
Good Night, My Darling is another one. That
From the same kind of.
Is there a film
Raymond
noir?
Chandler was the film noir book, the author of like the classic, like when you think of The Big Sleep and Good Night, My Darling, and they made a movie about Big Sleep. It wasn't very good, but that was probably his best book. But they made a movie about Good Night, My Darling, and it's a great one. And it's that VO, everything is VO. It's like she came down the hallway like butter dripping off a hot biscuit. And it's like everything.
It'd be awesome if there's a film noir where the characters never even got to talk because they're too busy doing voiceovers.
What movie has the best dialogue of any movie, in your opinion? I have two, and they're both Tarantino movies.
Really?
I think the dialogue in the middle of Inglourious Bastards is about as good as any I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty snappy.
And then the back and forth in Reservoir Dogs. And now everybody's like, "Oh, what about the diner scene when they talk
Mr.
about
Pink? Why am I Mr. Pink? And
Harvey Keitel's
that part?
driving, and Mr. Orange has just gotten shot, and they're driving, and he's like, "Say the goddamn words! You're not gonna die!" And it's like they're really behaving like people who are in a full-fledged panic.
Wow.
Trying to keep it together, like at that because like Tim.
I gotta
Roth,
watch that again.
That acting in the back seat where Tim Roth, you're like, man, that guy's shot in the belly. Like you don't ever question it for 1 second, like it's an actor. You're like, that guy has a bullet in his stomach and he's writhing in pain. And Harvey Keitel's freaking. They just came from a bank robbery. And he's like, say the goddamn words! I love that. I was like, God, this is the best.
Encino Man had some pretty strong dialogue.
Radmobile.
Gonzagas.
Encino Man's so bad.
It's what?
You want to know why Encino Man
is great.
Fuck you. You want to know why Encino Man has a special place in my heart? That's the movie I bought tickets to when I snuck into Basic Instinct.
Really?
Yeah. And my friend Marco and I were like, we got to see Sharon Stone's pussy.
I saw that movie with my mom. It was not okay.
What? There's so much vagina pussy in that movie.
Yeah, what is that new thing you're doing? What is
I
that?
love vagina pussy.
And now people are tweeting about they're writing vagina pussy. Now I have to read it when I'm at home doing
Tell me
Loveline
it's not
tweets.
funny. Tell me it's not good.
Mike, it's good.
Thank you. That's right. That vagina pussy. You know who says that is Little Lupe, Evan Seinfeld's porn star girlfriend. She barely speaks English, but she only says dirty words because she's like super Hispanic. I think she's from Spain, but she barely speaks English. But she can
Does
only.
that count as Hispanic if you're from Spain?
She says like,
Hispania.
you want to
That's where it comes from.
Oh, really?
You fuck my ass. She like talks like it's so much.
She's like a Japanese nail lady.
Yeah, it's awesome. But she always says she's like pussy.
Camaro-san.
She go pussy, vagina pussy.
How are you? Aren't you just like, wait, that's kind of funny. Like, doesn't that distract?
Well, that's why I took vagina pussy. That's where I took it from because it just sounds funny.
We need to get that actual clip.
He gets tons and tons of vagina pussy.
Do you just have a memory where you just remember this like movie dialogue? And
If
stuff?
it's important to me, I like there's
like lyrics, song lyrics.
yeah, like to bands and stuff that mean a lot. But
He remembers every word of every After Disaster show.
I know. He does the notes.
Yeah, there was the part I remember last episode where Mike Carano went,
And a 6-year-old girl, she took off her clothes, and I was like, oh, maybe I should. But then, of course, I filmed it and I beat off to it.
Nick Cage, Michael.
I don't appreciate you saying
Cage.
6. That
Nick
sounds
Cage,
even-
Michael Cage. Michael Cage, the former Clipper?
No, Michael Skinner. Or David Skinner.
Shut the fuck
I don't
up.
know.
Cage sounds like a fake last name.
Oh, it is a fake. It is actually a fake last name because my original last name is
Coppola.
Coppola.
Yeah.
I was Nicholas Coppola. My first feature film was Fast Times at Ridgemount High. I played a burger cook at All American Burger. I was in the back there. Thank
You
you.
really stole the show.
Good memory.
Yeah.
I
Diana?
don't
What do you guys
know
wanna
if
talk about now?
I started drinking because my wife left me, or if my wife left me because I started drinking.
Oh, that's gonna make me sad now.
That's a
Now Mike's having heartbreak again. Look what you've
That
done to
was
him.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Wah-wah.
Wasn't Elizabeth Shue cute in that movie?
She had a sweet vagina
Always
boo.
cute.
She, of course she did.
Vagina boo.
She's hot, right?
She's a thick little bitch though in Karate Kid. Like when she runs to LaRusso on the mats there, I'm like, damn, look at her legs, kid. Look, Barry Sanders.
Cobra Kai fart barf was pretty sweet.
Cobra Kai fart barf?
Yeah, they went. They did
Fart Kai.
Karate Kid.
I
for
like how they
Halloween.
wouldn't tell us what their costumes were going to be.
Yeah.
And then 2 seconds later, they went on stage in them. They're like, it's a surprise. 2
I
seconds
like
later,
how
it's
they
dancing.
don't come out of like a dressing room in costume. They just do it after sound check on
I
stage
know,
in
that's
front
the
of
thing.
audience.
I was like, who are... Like, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, look at these white guys setting up the stage for fart barf. And then they're sitting up there, and then they just put on masks. I'm like, oh, that
and the
was weird.
drummer and the main guy don't. I don't know what their names are, but the main guy refers to Dan 20 times during the show.
Dan from Fart Barf told me
Dan.
The
was,
motorcycle.
was the mechanic on my motorcycle. Yeah.
It'd be like Kiss coming out and like doing sound check and
Yeah.
then sitting there and putting on makeup while you like waited
Thanks for
them to start.
making an analogy out of it. Like I'm too stupid to understand. Wait a minute. I see what you're
How
saying.
did you feel when Kiss came out with their like when they took off the makeup?
Wasn't happy.
Was it?
Wasn't
What was
happy.
the
It was
big
shriveled
what
old
was
Jews.
The big, what was the big single on that? Lick It Up? Was that the big
It was actually
on that album?
Oh, Lick It Up was the biggest single that they had.
But
without
on that
makeup by
album,
far.
right?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
The album was Lick It Up too.
What else was on that album? Wasn't that cheesy ballad on that album?
Yeah, there was something else I can't remember, but that was
The-
Vinnie
like,
Vincent was the new
The
guitar
disco
player at the
song,
time.
right? Like the disco-y.
Yeah, any way you want it,
No, that's not.
What?
No, it was a.
That's
any way you want it. That's. Oh
The
no,
way you
I know
need
it's called Any Way You Want It, and it's a Kiss song that was when they were trying to cross over to disco. It's not the Journey song, obviously. I keep going to the Journey.
Yeah, you're
No,
not
it's
gonna
like,
be able to-
babe. It's like, god damn, it's like. I remember the drum and the guitar came in,
Probably.
and you're like, what? God, what's that song?
Was it they were doing Kisco?
The song, the disco, the first song
Not
they tried
bad.
to cross into disco was called "Any Way You Want It," for sure, and it's on Alive 2. There's 6 or 7 studio tracks like Rocket Man.
I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for
Yes,
loving
yeah.
me. That was the
Yeah,
song I was
yeah,
singing.
you're
That was
right.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
As
It's
much
like-
as people want to discount Kiss, I don't care what you say. There's some great songs. Hard Luck Woman
Oh,
is a
hell
nice,
yeah.
great song. There's
Beth is a great song.
Yeah.
Dr. Love, as much as we
Hell-
played here on this show, but Dr.
Yep.
Love's a fucking ripping song.
Yep.
Dun.
The problem is the
Dun-dun-dun.
production on that song is so awful.
Some of it
it's
is,
so
yeah.
flat and terrible sounding.
Yeah, but same with Sabbath. And like
Yeah.
Sabbath rips so hard. You listen back to the song Black Sabbath, you're like, wow, can you imagine if they
Yeah.
made this on Pro Tools, how much it would kill you?
Yeah.
And I just remember Henry Rollins said the funny thing. He's like, they need to stop naming hurricanes these pussy names like,
Selma.
Hurricane Beth or whatever. Just stop reaching it. He's like, all hurricanes from now on should be named the first 4 Black Sabbath albums. And he's like, can you imagine? Oh God, poor Chicago was torn up today by the first 4 Black Sabbath albums. That's right. It does sound good.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I like that. Mob Rules was good though too, and that was Dio.
That Heaven and Hell album rips. There's a lot of hits on that album.
Yeah. You know it's a great record? I know you guys hate this conversation. Kill the King.
Yeah.
Or what's that album? That
Listen-
Rainbow record with Kill the King and
Yeah, no, I think it was Kill the King.
yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
really
thought that
good.
was a good song,
It's got
yeah.
like Lady of the Lake. And
Your
LA
listeners, by the
Connection.
way, joined by Mr. Swartwood or whatever the fuck you're
Swartwood, yeah.
Swartwood, yeah. Kyle
Thanks, Mike.
Swartwood. The After Disaster listeners probably typically hate this talk.
Yeah.
Because the
Anderson
After Disaster
listening
listeners
back.
Actually, you know what?
hates
I don't
it.
know
yeah,
if they do.
Anderson's driving
hates
off the
it.
road right now.
Anderson
Doesn't
hates it.
matter.
We're all talking
Actually,
to each
Anderson
other
turned it
right
off
now.
after he
This is awesome.
farted. He's not even got
Doesn't
to this
matter
part.
what Anderson likes. I'm curious because the oldest
He was supposed to call in that
After
fucker.
Disaster listeners like 20, so they probably hate this.
No,
shit.
we have some people in their 30s and 40s.
We have Anderson's mom's friend who listens,
Yeah.
Jeannie.
Yeah.
Jeannie.
Is she hot?
I have no idea, but she has a lake that we can go do our podcast on.
Does she have an asshole that I can put my dick in?
I'm pretty sure she has a vagina
Probably send us an
pussy.
email.
Yeah,
Let us
vagina
know.
pussy.
Pretty sure we're not positive though.
We don't have photographic
I'd like to
evidence.
clarify that for the record.
Sorry,
we're not positive.
Jeannie. And
I don't have photographic
Sorry, Anderson.
evidence that Erica has vagina
I know,
pussy.
and I don't really want that photograph.
I got to be frank. I bought into it 100% because of Dr. Drew's commitment to him, and then now I don't buy. I think he might be pulling a fast one.
It'd be the
I think
greatest
I think he's
fast one
mentally
ever.
ill. Whatever's going on with him, he's mentally ill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you
I
going
will
tomorrow
say-
night, Swartwood?
I am, yeah.
Nice, good.
I will say that he's got much bigger tits now than he had when I first met him. Much bigger.
And they feel pretty good too.
Corona, how much do I have to pay to fuck Erica? Regardless of the hole. There's got to be
Pay
some
me?
hole somewhere.
I'll throw down $50.
I don't even like these kind of questions because I feel so dirty inside. Just make my car payment. No, I don't know.
What's
I
that
don't know.
Prius car payment?
He's got to pay for his Camaro-san.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate these kind of being put in these kind of mental predicaments where someone goes, "How much for this? How much for that?" Because I'm sure there's an amount. I don't even want to think about it.
The problem is, it's kind of like playing poker with fake money.
Do you own your car?
Yeah. You mean Nicole's car? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was Nicole's car. I was going to say, I'd pay off your car if you sucked my cock.
Who's Nicole?
Nicole Alvarez, DJ from K-Rock. She sold me her car for $300.
Shut up.
Really? That Pathfinder was only $300?
It's an Xterra. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
She was like, she got a new car, and she was like, "Hey, do you know how to donate a car?" And I was like, "Yeah, you give it to me." And she was like, "What? You want my car?" I was like, "Have you seen my car? I was driving a 1991 Isuzu
Wait,
Trooper
that thing was
falling
running and
apart."
stuff, and she sold it to you for $300?
Nicole's a very nice lady.
When I found
You
out
took
I bought
advantage of her.
You can lick my asshole
Okay.
for 3 seconds. Your
Okay.
tongue touches
What
my
do I
asshole
get?
for 3 seconds. I'll buy you another one.
Another 2003 Xterra.
No, a new one. Brand new. 2011. You could sell yours.
That's a good.
Does
that's
it
a
have
good
to be
offer.
an Xterra, though?
No. But it has to be of commensurate value if it's not an Xterra.
Okay.
Enzer.
See, this is a horrible predicament for you to be in.
I know that he shaves his asshole though,
Because I'm like,
which I feel like that would make it better.
I bet
guess I'll lick your ass for a Mini
This
Cooper.
is the worst after disaster ever for listeners because they don't want my ramblings of disgustingness.
Here's the thing: every time he drives that car, he's gonna remember that he licked your asshole
so-
to get that
yeah, guess
car.
what else he's gonna
Every time you
remember?
every time he shifts
Guess who he's
gears,
gonna- else
every
he's
time
gonna
the
remember?
windshield wipers come on.
no
that's
more
what
car
Xterra's like
payments.
a-
He's going to remember that he didn't have to work 4 years for that thing.
Xterra's like a 30
Taste
G
will come
car?
back to his mouth
I'm
every
getting-
time
what's
he
an
The
drives.
new
Xterra?
one? Yeah,
30
yeah,
Gs?
it's got to be at least high 20s. Yeah.
The
Dude, come on. That's in your. That's.
Could I just have the 30 Gs?
This is a bad deal for you
If
because
you,
I don't
I'll
think you're
write
getting
you a
enough
check.
pleasure
I'll
out of
write
this.
you a check for $30,000, Tyler. Listen to me.
This is so fucked.
If you
If I were, I wouldn't do it, but if I were you, I would do that.
$30,000,
Uh-huh.
if you let me do a bowel movement on your face.
Can you wrap it in saran
Yeah, I
wrap?
was just about to ask that.
Yeah,
Corey's laughing so hard he can.
Can he put something over his
Did you
face?
hear me? Like that was a pretty loud laughter that came.
That's how you graduate high school in Australia,
Corey,
right?
did you stand up because you want in on this offer?
Ellis and Jim Jeffries gonna kick
You
your ass.
let the dean do that to you.
Hey, let me shit on your face,
Uh-huh.
and I'll give you $30,000.
Does he get to cover his face with anything?
Nope. You have to
Plastic
sit there, lie on the ground. You can cover your mouth. No. You can.
Is this on
you,
camera?
You don't cover your mouth. You can't touch your face. You can't put anything on your face, but you can close your mouth. But I get to squat as close as I want and drop a log on your face.
Is it like, has it been stewing for a couple days? Or is it like a nice dry one where you don't even have to wipe after?
I don't do diarrhea. I'm very healthy. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables.
So I'd basically just be getting like wheatgrass on me.
No, it'd be poop.
It'd be human feces.
It's not wheatgrass. Because I'll let you throw wheatgrass right in my open eyes for 40.
I can go from being the 99% to the 1%.
You're
in
on-
one,
you're
in
nice.
1 minute.
By the
30
way,
G's don't make you the 1%.
Right
In
now,
my world, it does.
right now, your wife is fucking livid. She's like, 30 grand if you would just be a man.
She's
and
like,
fucking
he
take
doesn't
this
pay
shit."
me anything when he does that. Hi, Lauren.
Has there ever been any backdoor play?
No,
There's never even been any exploration of the butt?
no.
With your.
We're new lovers.
I know, but you haven't like touched it. You haven't touched your wife's butt.
No.
You haven't even like fingered her asshole.
No.
Have you, okay. Have you been providing cunnilingus in such an aggressive manner that your tongue or
slipped?
your nose has accidentally gotten in that area?
No. I've been around it, but no.
Okay. Swart, would you lick an asshole every once in a while?
I am not.
You never licked an asshole, huh?
I think you're too young.
How old are you?
23.
Oh no,
you'll get into
I
it
was licking
eventually.
asshole at 19.
Yeah, you were also banging at 12.
That's true.
Mustachioed succubuses.
You know what? It screwed me up is that my like long-standing girlfriend from when I was in high school was like a freak. So that's where I like got
Is she a
encultured.
lady in the streets?
That's where I got encultured to sex was by I really grew my ideas about sexuality being with this girl. I was with her from
She was
like
in high school and you were not?
Yeah, we were both in high. I lost my virginity too old. I'm talking about the girl I dated, like the girl I constantly like learned about sex with. We started dating in like sophomore year, and through like the time I was like 20, off and on. And like she was like down for anal and like all holes.
That would have scared the shit out of me in high school.
So I just thought like I thought that's what like sex was about. Like that's what I thought normal sex was. So then I get out into the world and it's like girls that like make you wait. Girls that like make you wait 4 dates before you even like get the pants off. I was like, what's going on? Like I should have already been in your butt.
Oh my god. No, this just isn't working out because I really should have been in your butt already.
I think you guys are are in for some you're in for some good times in the future by not just blowing everything all at once.
No,
thanks, Mike. I'm glad.
Well, you know what though, but
I'm glad you're concerned with Mike.
Above and beyond sex, you and your wife have a really nice relationship. You really do. Like you guys are good for each other. And
I went home last night and she goes, "Oh, I got you a surprise or whatever."
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And she goes, I was like, "Oh, like and I knew she went to the supermarket and I thought she like got me pie or something because I really like pie and I was like, let me guess what it is. Is it something that I like and you don't?" And she's like, "Yeah, kind of." And she's like, "Are you hungry?" And I was like,
"You sound very hostile."
Not really.
When you say that to your wife.
Yeah. And
Let me guess, it's something I like and you don't.
So I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then she walks out and she bought me the new Call of Duty.
Yeah, I saw that.
But it's also because she bought a bunch of clothes at Target, so to like make it better, she got me.
Do you want to make a $50 bet? Has nothing to do with sex or shit.
Okay.
Do you think this would be a good love line video? I think it would like our listeners be into.
We don't make videos anymore.
You put up videos.
Ruin puts up videos.
Do you think I can do 5 to every one of your push-ups?
That's.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet $50.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet $50 on that either.
Because like right now, I could probably get out 25.
I would take.
That's 125 push-ups without stopping.
Yeah, you could do that,
dude. That's like.
I would take you doing 100 to my one, and I would take you.
Do you think I could do 10 to your one, Carano?
Absolutely, because I don't even know if I can do one.
You could do one push-up.
I don't know.
Rude?
I don't know if I can.
Carano, right
I'm not
there.
doing it on camera.
Damn it.
5 to 1. I don't know.
How low are we talking? Like
real push-ups.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I know these kind of pull-ups I can only do one.
Yeah, pull-ups is incredibly.
These
difficult.
ones I can do more than one, but this way.
Pull-ups are incredibly difficult. It's not comparable. Pull-ups are massively difficult.
What's harder, overhand or underhand?
Oh, underhand is.
I just said what's harder.
Mechanically.
I'm not going to take your not the easy ride.
By the way,
Yeah, the
pull up
hangers.
means facing away from you. Chin up means facing towards you.
The more you know.
The only bad part is if you're ever trying to like jump onto a window of a building, you have to do a pull-up.
It's true.
Yeah, rock climbers and stuff just do like different grips and stuff. I always just try to do, if I do any type of pull-ups or chins, I always do like various grips.
So this is completely changing topics, but I figured grip talk is probably over. I had one of those moments last night where someone who was in high school a year below you has apparently accomplished great things. Mm-hmm. I'm driving home listening to BBC Radio. Yes, I know. And they're like, "Oh, we're talking about the like." They're talking about in like Sierra Leone, like all the groups that are like raping people and making child soldiers and all that shit.
Blood diamonds and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And they're like, and now we
Wait,
go.
time out. Yeah.
Well, I
He's
guess
like, blood diamond stuff? Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
All right.
It wasn't. Yeah, that blood diamonds are good. It's that I got it.
You like blood diamonds. It's okay.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like blood diamonds, but that's not the
I got you. All right.
So they're like, now we go live to Sean Poole, who's going to talk to us. I was like, oh, that's the same name of the guy I went to high school with. And I'm expecting like some British accent or something. And like, nope, it's like a white guy, like California accent.
What's up? I'm in the Congo.
Yeah. And yeah, so this guy who was a year below me in high school is now the programs coordinator for Invisible Children, that group that helps out like the child soldiers and stuff.
You have a better life.
You're you're undervaluing.
It's like saving kids from like getting their arms chopped off for
You have a
working
better
for
life.
Mugu Habadi.
That's nothing.
You have a better life than him.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Look, I get to do the after disaster.
There's scientists and shit and people who work on Capitol Hill that went to San Marino and they're all around me and I was like, fuck that. Look, I do shit and I make more money than you.
Now I pay people $30,000 to lick my butthole for 3 seconds.
I paid a guy $30,000 to let me poop on him.
What have you done?
You know what the best thing would be if you actually took him up on that offer and we never discussed it. That would be
like that time you kill someone at a bachelor party and you're just like, we can't ever mention this.
Dude, I get so nervous when I think about situations like that. If like someone did die and I had to like cover something up,
I know one thing for sure. If I
get,
see a
like,
rape, I'm going to report it.
So stressed out in movies like that. Like what's that one with
Very bad
Christian
things.
Slater? Yeah,
Very bad.
yeah. I
do it,
I can't
guys.
even focus on the movie because I'm too
Me
busy
too.
thinking about
Me too.
shit. Well, like what would I do? And then I'm not even watching the movie. It should have just been a 5-minute
It's Kobe
movie.
Ty that they kill too. By the way, that's a shame. I had sex with her synthetic vagina pussy.
Synthetic.
Yeah, it was like they make a bust of vagina pussy of different porn stars.
Yeah.
Someone got me the Kobe Ty one for my 21st birthday.
She takes the towel thing to the head.
Yeah,
right?
I fucked
Ugh.
the synthetic Kobe Ty vagina pussy
How was
at
that?
Miyagi's bathroom on
Mr.
my
Miyagi's?
21st birthday and left it there.
You know what's terrible? Someone probably took it.
No.
Why not?
Well, did you ever
There's
think about
some
that?
gross, terrible guy that probably even recognized it.
No,
It's like,
so
that's
how about
the Kobe Ty. no.
From the movie.
They put it on, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the Kobe Ty."
I totally thought it was the Asia Carrera.
What about those real dolls that cost like $6,000-7,000 and they're the same weight and size as the real woman?
Oh yeah,
How
those
do you
are creepy.
dispose of those?
You don't.
Salt and lye.
Dishwasher.
You really like it's a body here in the mafia? Chainsaw in the bathroom, just pull the curtain closed.
Yeah, I don't think they.
No, but like if you're moving and you have this 85-pound doll that you have sex with that looks like a real woman, you can't just throw it in the dumpster.
Why would you
right?
be throwing away just because you're moving? Not everyone's you, Carano.
Like
this
you're
guy was
moving
like
on.
packing up all his shit,
Jamming screwdrivers and VCRs.
Yeah. He had like perfectly working scanners and printers, and he just
decided
stuck
to destroy
screwdrivers
them.
in there for no reason.
My friend calls me. My friend Thomas calls me the other day. He's like, "You want a Blu-ray player?" I was like, yeah. Why though?" He's like, "Well, it's either that or I'm going to throw it against the wall." I was like,
That's what I
"How
did.
are those the only two options?
Yeah.
How is that possible?" It's like fat people. I used to when I was a personal trainer. They'd be like, they go, "How you doing on your diet?" "I'm doing great. I had a bag of Doritos this morning though." And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Well, it's either that or chocolate." I go, "How is that in any way the only two options in the world of food? Explain that, how that fucking makes any sense." I was the worst personal trainer because I would say shit like that.
But you're right, though.
She'd
You're
be
right.
like, don't you think I'm making? I remember this one girl I used to train. She was young. She was actually really nice, and she'd always be like, tell me, she's like, "Do you think I'm making progress?" I was like, "No, not at all." And not because you can't, but because you don't want. You don't work out ever. You never want to do any workout, and you never follow a diet at all.
What would be better, by the way, Doritos or chocolate?
It depends on the quantity. But if you had 2 pieces of very dark chocolate, chocolate wins by far.
Yeah.
If you had 3 Snickers compared to a bag of Doritos,
Is there caffeine in chocolate?
Yeah.
Is it enough to actually affect you, or is it just?
It depends on how sensitive you are to it. A guy like me can have a bar of chocolate and fall right asleep.
Oh,
but,
yeah?
Yeah.
Mike likes to eat maca.
I do.
Yeah.
What is maca?
Maca is I believe, like a South American and a Central American root that they use for, they've been using it for a long time for like things like
Tastes like
libido
chocolate
and
mixed with
energy.
cat
Where do you
shit.
get that?
Health food store.
Good analogy.
But seriously, how do you get rid of that fucking doll? Like you got this 90-pound doll, and
Why are you getting rid of it?
I don't have one, but if you're moving, like you're getting married and you're moving up, and you want to get out of your studio
I don't think
apartment,
that guy's getting married.
and you have to get rid
Real
of, like,
doll
a-
guy.
You have to get rid of something that's the size of a person. Like, how would you dispose of that? Seriously.
You donate it. You just go to the Goodwill.
Goodwill?
You go to the
Just
Goodwill
walk in,
drop off, and you're like,
set it down.
bung.
Put it in that thing in the parking lot.
Yeah.
That mail slot.
It's like things I've done with like phonographs, where you're just like, there you go.
As the soapy dishwater's leaking out of the vagina.
Ugh.
It's all clean.
Speaking of phonographs, anyone got one?
Yeah. You want it?
Both of us.
Because I'm going to destroy it.
He's gonna stick a
Jam a
screwdriver.
screwdriver.
I have
in
a
it.
record player that's got a USB, a line out, so you can run it right into your computer. It's not a super good one. It costs like $150 or $200, but I've never used it.
Cock.
I could buy so many of those if I just
Balls.
lick Mike's butthole.
Do you really want it?
Yeah.
Do you kind
Do
of
you
want
want
it
to look
or
at my
really
asshole
want
real
it?
quick and see, like maybe
No.
measure?
No, thank you.
If you're going to do it from over there.
Hey, so tell me this. I should do this, right?
So we can all see it.
I have this 1960s Grundig, like giant, awesome mid-century modern kind of Mad Men style console. It's got a reel-to-reel player. It's got a record player in it, and it's got a short band radio.
And it weighs like 900 pounds.
Yeah, it weighs. But it's beautiful. It's
Is it
beautiful.
tubes? Does it have tubes
It's
in
got
it too?
tubes and
Yeah.
everything, and it's crazy German engineering. So
Yeah.
everything is like this big.
awesome.
It doesn't really work. And there's 2 guys in all of the United States that fix these things.
Yeah,
there's
that's not
one in
true.
Florida,
There's thousands
and there's
of guys
one in
that can learn to
Arcadia.
fix it.
These guys are like the guys who go to the German guys who still run the Grundig company, like high up guys that still like look into these old radios. They tell people to go to these 2 guys in the United States, and the one guy is 10 miles from my house.
Here's the. I think.
I need to
I'm
get-
not trying to
but-
just argue with you about that, but those things are the great thing about those kind of items, those tube amplifiers and stuff, is they're very simple and they're great.
Yeah, but there's a lot.
So with a soldering gun and a little bit of know-how, you can fix whatever you need to fix in it.
There's a lot more to this than that.
Probably needs tubes.
It does need tubes, but it needs a lot of other stuff too. It needs there's inner workings of the phonograph that needs to be fixed. Whatever. This guy's like 80. Like he's gonna die soon. Like I need to
So you
fork.
better get
I
that
need to
over to
fork
him
over the
quickly
money
in
and
your
get it done.
$300 truck.
Yeah.
Can't believe you only paid $300 for that.
Well, and then there was
My fucking tux tie cost
and then there was
$300.
and then there was
Tuxedo.
$600
I'd rather
of
have that
tickets on the
Xterra.
car when I tried to register it. That was fun.
Tuxedo.
Yes, the Fuxedo.
Did they buy Did they buy that story that you only paid $3 for that car? Because I bought cars for
Dad did.
a couple $1,000 and went to the DMV and when it was $500 and they're like, nope, no way.
Yeah. I just went in, said, here, this is how much I paid.
The DMV has told me they don't believe me and I have to pay taxes on what they think
Yeah.
the blue book is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
that's
happen.
it. Well, oh, God, I can't say this on the air.
I know.
It's not that bad, but it has to do with when you buy from a private owner. That's what you write on the kind of the title, the estimated value to them.
Yeah.
And you both just kind of have that knowing thing. And like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you go,
But they don't. But
$500.
People also tell you to write
Hey,
like
my
gift
exact one
on
was-
it or like stuff like that.
I think I paid $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 for a car, and I wrote $500 on it, and the DMV was like, "Nope, you didn't
See,
pay $500 for
that's
this
the
car."
best part about my motorcycle. So rare and stuff
Old.
like that. The guy just put on $200, and some idiot will look at it and be like, okay.
Yeah.
Unless he happens to be a motorcycle
Yeah,
collector.
can you imagine? He's like, is that a 68?
Mike Catherwood? Fuck, I saw that picture on your Facebook page. Hey, is your Facebook page friends or just anybody?
What you mean, my like actual friends of mine?
Yeah.
I would say 100 out of the 5,000 are like my friends.
Okay.
Thank you, Corey. Bye, Corey.
Thank you very much.
Australian
Because
bastard.
Good eye, mate.
your people that are friending me are saying they're your friend, and I don't add them. Then I thought, what if they are really your friends?
There's a possibility if they know you that they're my friends.
Because I'm trying to weed out all the people that I don't actually know.
Go to their site, and if they're not a member of Murder on the 405 or it didn't come from somewhere in the Los
They
Angeles
might be your
area,
friends?
then they're probably not my friends. You know, like if they're from Dayton, then most likely they're just a listener that, you know. That's a good way.
I want to tell a story, but I really can't because I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I'll tell you after the show.
Who does that have to
How
do
many
with? Who does that
stories?
have to do with?
Yeah, it
Who does that
sounds
have to
like
do
you're probably going to tell that story.
Who does that have to do with? Anderson.
Did you punch something
sorry.
recently?
No, I burned my. I tried to cook in a crock pot and I stuck my hand in
Oh
there and
my
I burned
God!
my hand.
Your fist looks like Chuck Liddell's.
Yeah, look at that. I bought some organic chicken and a bunch of vegetables and I threw it in the crock pot with a little bit of Chardonnay and a beer, and some guy told me to throw a beer in there, and some garlic and stuff.
Can and all.
And I reached my hand in
Yeah,
there to see
exactly.
if I stuck my hand in to see if it was hot before any food was in there.
Are you
And touched the
Why
edge,
would you
and
do
it,
that?
It literally 1 second I just went psst against the edge. It's killing me. This was 4 days ago, by the way.
What? Carano.
It hurts a lot.
My nephew was
My nephew.
babysitting for my nephew. This is a year ago, so he was 8. He's like old enough. I was just babysitting, and we were watching TV. He was like in the corner, and he was drawing on a piece of paper, lying on his stomach, you know. And I look over like a minute later, and he has a fork, and he's an inch away from putting it into a socket. I go, Mark. Look at that. I was like, Mark. And he looks over and he's like, don't. He's like, where? I didn't go. I was like, don't do that. And he's like, what? I was like, first off, why on earth?
down the
I was like, why on earth would you think to do that? He's like, I saw them do it on Rugrats once. And I was like,
Oh no!
I was like,
Why would they do that on Rugrats?
I was like,
Yeah.
that'll fucking shock the shit. I think I used like really coarse words. I was like, you understand? That'll shock you so fucking bad. Like, it'll really hurt you. He's like, okay. And he just walked away and like, he
Have
didn't
you
do
ever been
it.
electrocuted?
Oh, yeah. I was faux sucking a microphone, pretending it was a cock when I was in Glutton for Punishment. I was probably like 20 years old. I was in Bakersfield. No, I was in Phoenix, Arizona. And I was on stage pretending to give fake fellatio to a microphone. And it shocked me so bad that
Why?
I don't know. I just saw black for like a good quick instant. And next thing I know, it was on my back. And my whole, like the top of my head was numb. My feet were numb and everything.
I shot.
It was-
Yeah.
I just was on. I was like, ah.
I didn't have it that bad, but when I was a pool man, I was. It was raining.
Pool man.
Here's-
Take the pool net by the hand.
Nice.
Why do you sing like a pirate?
I don't know.
Take the pull that by the hand.
Like you're doing like Jethro Tull or something.
It was raining, and I had to reach into the timer box that turns the pool on and off, and there was a loose thing in there, and I just reached in and just.
Was there a loose
Hey, now
cannon?
I've heard of this.
Feeling you.
But I've heard of this before about pool guys getting shocked many, many times in my life.
If it's moist at all in the air, and you touch one of the things,
man!
you're done.
Getting shocked right on your hand. Save me.
Songs inspired by the
Let's
after
go.
disaster.
Let's create that parody.
Have you ever been shocked?
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
Come to my house with your net.
You know, I know I've been shocked
Don't be
because
afraid. Don't be scared if you get wet. Pool man.
Being a pool man was a sweet job. If there's anyone out there looking for work, I recommend.
Did
being
you
a pool
ever
man.
get offered vagina
No.
boozy?
I only saw well, there was one really hot lady, Mrs. Banks, in La Canyada.
It's Ernie's mom, right?
You probably knew her, I bet. Nah, probably not.
No, probably not.
But some La Canyada lady named Mrs. Banks. She had a Texas accent.
you didn't occupy
She was-
occupy Mrs. Banks.
But I, in the 3 years that I was 2 or 3 years I was a pool man, I only came across someone even in a pool once.
You're shockingly handsome though, like for a pool boy.
Yeah,
like,
you seem like the
I
kind of
would've
guy,
I would've
exactly
thought
the
for
kind of
sure
guy.
you get like a disenfranchised housewife like offering a vagina booze.
No, I had like this one like house mom that would come out and like bring me like tea and stuff, but
With roofies.
that's it.
T and V.
No,
Kyle.
Yeah.
And then you wake
no
up you're
vagina
like,
boozy.
this tea makes my butt hurt every day.
I had this.
I don't remember half the afternoon.
I had this awesome, super cranky, old white supremacist kind of guy named Mr. Goss.
Sweet.
in Arcadia, and
One day his
Doss.
Klan uniform was hanging out with his clothes dryer.
This sounds bad.
I was carrying my stuff out of the car to go walk up and clean his pool, and he's standing out on his lawn, and he's just staring at this lady next door who's taking her trash out to the curb. And I think the house had sold, and they're like new people or whatever. And he's standing there looking at her like old men do. And I walk by and I'm like, "Hi, Mr. Goss." He's like, "Who's that?" I was like, "No, it's your neighbor or whatever." I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "Me neither, but whoever she is, she's got a big ass." And I was just like,
I like Mr. Goss.
"Okay, I don't know what to do."
Let's get him on as a guest. Did you have a dump button here by chance?
We should. You know who I
not
want to
in
have
here.
on Loveline?
Yes, I do.
And I know you'd want to keep him for after disaster.
What's that?
George Takei.
Are you gonna have him on Loveline? Really?
I've been pressuring pretty
Nice.
hard. Oh my.
He's awesome. His tweets are really funny, surprisingly.
Oh, I gotta follow him then, because I heard he's.
Way to go.
Is
It's
he
like
the
the
count?
count. Yeah, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
He seems cool.
1, 2.
7 bats.
How do you know that? That was like from the '60s.
Sesame
What?
Street.
Oh, really?
The count, he
They
didn't
rerun
like
those?
die.
They rerun
They
Sesame
don't
Street.
rerun them. They still make them.
I remember when Blackzilla made Count Blackula, and I watched that. That was pretty cool.
What was Count Blackula?
It was a black porn with about a Dracula type.
Oh
vampire,
yeah.
and he had a huge black cock.
Did you ever,
Did
were
he
you
count
ever,
each one of his inches?
were you ever
1 inch,
into
2
like
inch.
black exploitation films or anything like
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
Are they funny?
I love those.
Yeah, they
Really?
are, but like some of them actually, like like Dolomite and Shaft and stuff, actually have some pretty.
Oh no, Shaft was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm your pusher. That Curtis Mayfield fucking
Yeah.
theme song was insane.
Superfly.
Dude, listening to Curtis Mayfield while you drive around town makes you feel like a pimp.
Yep. Until they know you're in a $300 Xterra, and you've got Catherwood's poop on your tongue.
Tyler,
What?
okay, what percent of you is thinking about it?
Oh, licking your butt?
99.
No, the poop in the face.
I'm thinking about it. and it's only-
Oh.
I didn't even get the offer.
Like, is it like a 1% chance?
Maybe 2%.
All right.
That's pretty good. It's better. It's as good as milk.
I'm really leaving this time.
Well, good,
Me
because
too.
so are we.
We're all
All right,
leaving.
bye.
Hey, thank you for hanging out this whole time. Thank you very much, Kyle, for coming in too. Do
Not a problem.
you have anything you want to promote?
Yeah, I guess we can promote my podcast,
Do it.
layingdownthelaw.com. That's L-A. Nice.
Yes, and thank you to Rune for sticking around and
Thanks,
putting
Rune.
us on Ustream.
Happy belated birthday.
Mike, is your mic on?
I don't know what's happening.
Well, I don't know what's going on. Everything's falling apart.
Yeah, my mic keeps shutting off.
Yeah, and thanks to Anderson for never calling in, asshole. Let's see, we got some calls
Maybe he's dead.
left that we didn't get to. Chris Pulver is calling on line 5. He wants to know why I had the nickname Petey. That was because Stryker, for some reason, could never remember my name, even though he knew my name, and I worked with him all the time at K-Rock, and he would call me
Yep.
Tyler. But on air, on Loveline, his brain would freak out. He'd be like, Timmy, Petey, and then he just decided that I would be called Petey.
You should have called him Struck Out.
Oh.
Baseball term. We didn't talk to Katie. Hi, Katie. Thanks for hanging for 45 minutes and 56 seconds.
Oh, and line 1, Tanya did send me something. I need to bring it in and show you guys on the camera for all those watching at home. So hold on, because remember she sent you and Anderson
I have
something.
a Kermit.
And I was cranky, and I was upset. But she sent me something, and it's beautiful. Hold on.
That was fun, you guys.
Talk amongst yourself.
Thank you for being here. Good evening.
Actually, I think Tyler's going to bring in those paintings.
Right now?
Yeah, he's going into his office. So what's going on with you, Mike?
Oh, nothing much. I'm sleepy.
Yeah, you look a little tired.
I'm wiped out.
How's that RV show you went to a couple weeks ago?
You should have gone. It was awesome.
Well, I was at Disney.
It would have been more fun. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. It was, I was the youngest person there. And, all right, let's show these pictures.
All right, Rune.
Are they photographs?
Here's my painting from Tanya.
Ah, perfect.
She said the only thing I know about you, which still, come on, I've been on the show for 93 episodes. I think you should know a little bit more about me. But
could have been a cannon or a machete.
She said the only thing she knows about me is that I got married, which she said she hopes she never has to endure, and that I
marrying you or marrying anybody.
No, marrying anyone. But marrying me would be a good thing as well.
Hey, I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I know you're not going to do it, but that Catherwood offer, $30,000 is a lot to touch his butt for 3 seconds.
No, this is to get
just
shit on him. Licking his butt was to get a new Xterra, which I guess I could sell. So that'd be the better option, wouldn't it?
I gotta say that licking his butt for 3 seconds
No, but
for a brand new car is pretty good.
I don't think that's on the table anymore. I think now it's lay down and get shit on the face.
The shit one's worse.
It's way worse.
Yeah. Because the other one, you're probably not going to get any shit on you.
Right. Just maybe a little bit on the tongue, but if my cat can do it to himself, not me.
Your cat's not getting a new car either.
Right.
Or is he?
No, he's not.
You come home, there's like 4 Xteras out there.
I do like the idea of my cat going to work.
Oh, that'd be the worst. This would be the worst.
Yeah.
No, this is the worst thing.
What?
He makes that offer. This is a movie premise. He makes that offer to you on the air.
Listen up, screenwriters.
So now you blow it off. You get home, there's a brand new fucking Xterra, and Catherwood's coming out of your apartment, and your wife's like gargling.
How is that a movie idea? That's one scene.
It's dramatic. You don't know what happened, and you're not going to talk about it.
What happens in the rest of the movie?
I don't know. You guys, there's just nervous tension the entire movie.
There's just a violin going.
It's a short film. It's not exactly
Oh,
a
now
movie.
it's a short film.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute
Actually, it's a
film.
digital short.
Yeah, it's not even digital.
Okay.
It's a story.
Well, for those of you who actually made it all the way through this, an hour and 41 minutes, happy 11/11 day. Thank you for watching and listening to the After Disaster. Find us at lovelineshow.com. Tweet us. I'm Tyler Runes Radio. That's Mike Carano. Anderson Cowan's usually here. Kyle, what's your tweet?
Kyle Swartwood.
Yeah, don't tweet him. Rune back there is Rune Kincaid. Happy birthday, Rune. Follow us. Listen to us on iTunes. Check out our unofficial website, theafterdisaster.com. Email us at theafterdisaster@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/afterdisaster, and Twitter /afterdisaster.
Good night, everybody.
See you, everybody.
Good night. Last words. Tyler's probably going to cut those out, though.
I got the last words.
I can just add my last words at the end of the show
Cheater,
when I get home.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Pumpkins.
What?
Cheater, pumpkin
How
eater.
dare you call me a pumpkin eater?
I kind of have a boner. This is weird.
What?
The cameras aren't still on, are they?
Yeah, they're actually on your cock.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they are. Wow.
Right there is my dick.
Stop. What?
That was weird.
This is
right?
on the internet.
You know we're streaming,
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
video.
All right.
Explicit tag.
That was fun.
Stop trying to get the last word.
Too hard. I pushed down and hit the metal thing. Isn't that fucked?